We have Cac on our mics, and Neil's coming up next to absolutely. Wait till you hear Neil today. He's just going to, he's going to go off.
Gonna what?
You're going to go off like a NASCAR engine blowing.
On what?
On whatever you want.
Not me.
Yeah, buddy.
Not me.
There's outsiders trying to get us.
All the crap you can unwrap, all the slime, all the time. My man Pharrell coming up next.
That's me.
How do you like that?
That's me, slimy man. I'm the devil, Satan. I am the second coming. Evil.
You sure took all the heat off us, I'll tell you that. We're small potatoes now.
Everybody's suing me. Everybody's
They're
trying to get me.
all focused in on your ass, man. The whole world is focused in on your slimy ass.
I'm so mean and slimy and disgusting and repulsive and degrading and just really a degenerate, a simpleton.
Uh-huh.
Good luck
and
to you,
that's why everybody likes you a lot.
Hey, remember this, too. The Marlins are going to be at 500, and they're
in. Oh, you start with that baseball stuff again? Jeez, I just heard you give all the pitching matchups. When the hell does hockey start already?
Hey, did you hear Hasek's coming back?
I saw that. What the hell is that crap?
That'd be like
don't you get a little bit tired of that crap?
That'd be like Jiggs playing goalie.
He is. How did he get that name, by the way?
I don't know. I think he got it somewhere in New York.
Yeah.
On Long Island. Hey, Jiggs, get out of the way, you white ass.
So you're taking his job this season, or you better do it now because there won't be any next season.
Well, I heard Geldy has that job. He started with Univision yesterday. He had an interview at Fox for O'Reilly's position. He's flying all over the place. I think tomorrow he's got a network. Diane Sawyer spending an hour with him.
Are you picking on Mo again?
No, Geldy.
No, you're picking on Mo.
Geldy's got a nice tan. Listen, I hope all the people in Arizona in the brush fires, I hope they die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that was not me that said that.
No.
Quite frankly, I don't know anybody in Arizona. A lot of right wingers out there.
Somebody will get mad at me that I said that, but I love burning wildfires that burn homes down that aren't mine.
Wait till the Everglades catches on fire this summer. It's going to be great.
Every day, Neil, I drive here, and you know that as you enjoy never being here, that I receive your receptacle end of the weather. I receive your bad weather and my bad weather when I drive. I cannot see now driving. It's called whiteout. It's like Pharrell-vision. I drive now blind with headlights on, driving rain, and yesterday I saw Wayne Huizenga flying through the air.
I heard you admit yesterday that hockey's your favorite sport. I knew there was something I liked about you.
It is my favorite sport. I love this sport, but I also understand that, it is, I think billiards is more popular right about now.
It is.
It really is, and cricket.
When Dyke softball beats hockey, the Stanley Cup playoffs on the ratings, we got real problems.
Yeah, but the girl that pitches for Arizona is just like a split and a half. Everybody wants to do her all over her face and everything. So they tune in for her rack and her face and her nice ass, and no one cares. There was a chick that played for Cal. She weighed 600 pounds. Every time she ran, they thought they were having a fault line, and Los Angeles was moving. They were having earthquakes.
Yeah, dykes are definitely in big time now, no matter what they're doing.
There's really nothing quite like a really big, fat dyke, I think.
Yeah.
That's just a great way to start your day, is having a 600-pound woman come after you.
Are you pecking on Janet Reno again? Jesus Christ.
She's dangerous. She shouldn't be allowed to drive. She shakes and everything else.
She's hanging out with Sister Jean over on the beach right now, I'll bet.
Yeah, the two of them. I can just envision it. Lovers. Have a great
Can you conjure up that image?
Listen, don't drag me into that cesspool.
I can just see you right in the middle. The Pharrell sandwich.
What do you think Condoleezza is today?
Have a great day, Scott.
Set up the Tel Aviv press conference.
Take off those checkered pants.
No!
Hi, I'm Ted Nugent, rocker, patriot, and sadistic caveman. As you know, the tragedy of 9/11 was like a really bad thing that happened because of Bill Clinton and the Jews. So I want you to show your support for our president who was appointed by God himself. For a limited time only, you can have this personally autographed photo of our fearless leader on that tragic day. It's in full color and on genuine paper made from trees in the great Northwest. Yours for only $150. Now, come on, an item like this will soon be an eBay collectible, you know that. So call 1-800-NRCC right now. But wait, if you call within the next 10 minutes, you'll receive this never-before-heard audio of our mighty president on the morning of 9/11.
There once was a caterpillar who was very hungry. He ate an apple, but he was still hungry. Then he ate...
Excuse me, Mr. President. There's been an attack on the World Trade Center.
Okay. And then he ate some strawberries and he had a stomach.
Mr. President, your Uncle Tick is on the phone.
You shouldn't eat a lot of junk food because you'll get a stomach achy.
That's 800-NRCC. I tell you what, if you call now, I'll even throw in this here bunch of bananas I'm wearing on my balls.
But we sure like him a lot, don't we?
No.
El Presidente, man. He's got the IQ of a fruit fly. It's 10:05 at 560 WQM. Welcome to another great Tuesday. Isn't that great? Now, please tell me it's not pouring down cats and dogs there yet.
Not as of 5 minutes ago.
That's good.
Yes.
That's a good thing. The even better news than that is that Boner Boy showed up today. Made us a nice kind of a cameo appearance today.
Yippee.
Not in jail today yet.
It's early. It's early in the day.
It is early in the day. He's out on the loose with his caboose. Probably hanging out with old Chief Moose. Getting ready to write that book. Anyway, he's had a few problems the last couple of days, but we don't want to go backward. We want to go forward. Don't we?
Absolutely.
And now that I got that MI360, you're going to be hearing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So many times a day.
About 30, man.
Anyway.
Are you sure?
So we got the contest. It hasn't even started yet because it's only the 24th of June, so the July one hasn't started. But we got our first entry already for the last of these series of Hot Couples contests. See, this is going to work out really good because we got this thing going on for July, and then starting August 1, we got our Best of Needle CD and the Mo keychain. Right?
Absolutely.
So what the hell more could they want? We did put that on there, didn't we?
Absolutely.
We took something off of there and we put
Absolutely
on the Mo keychain. So that'll be starting August 1. So we'll keep like a whole bunch of steady crap going on, which is good. Anyway, if you want to email to neilrogers.com the picture if you want to enter the Hot Couples contest for July. The prizes are the same as they were for the first two. 3-day, 2-night stay for two at the Royal Oasis Resort and Casino in the Bahamas with round-trip airfare on Lake Air, or your choice, 3-night, 2-day stay for two at Hedonism 2 or 3 in Jamaica, all-inclusive, transfers, food, drink, gratuities, entertainment, no airfare on that one. And third place will be dinner for two at the world-famous Pizza Loft. You can hang out with Jeff, and he'll show you his famous goods. So that's the contest in July, and you can start sending the pictures in now. We already have, like I said, one. Totally unexpected. That was nice, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. A little bit of a surprise. Here also maybe unexpected is not just a sentence, but a full short paragraph.
Oh, God.
2 sentences. What? 2 sentences for the price of none. From Living History, Hillary Rodham Clinton. This is going to save everybody out there a lot of cash. How much did this piece of dreck cost? It's on the, it's usually on the...
It's like $28.
$28. 44 Canadian, eh? $28. Keep your money in your pocket. Just tune into our show in the first half hour every day, and we'll read maybe even like a whole paragraph someday. This is a paragraph. She says, my mother and my grandmothers could never have lived my life. My father and my grandfathers could never have imagined it. But they bestowed on me the promise of America, which made my life and my choices possible. Let's hear it for Hillary.
Oh, right.
There you go. Isn't that more than enough for one day?
God.
We're already halfway through page 1. Hey, listen, Hillary is good in small doses. That's what Bubba said. I mean, it's only about a 550-page book. So how many centuries will it take us to read this?
About 30, man.
You bet. Oh, guess what? We got some bad news to start today. I hate to do it on a sour note. Oh, this guy on 6, this is going to be the...
Yes.
Retire. Let's get him out of the way. Here's Miami Lakes. Hello.
Neil!
Yeah.
Guy, no, I'm not the guy. I love you,
damn
Neil.
Yes, sir.
But I wanted to say, since you're a radio station, instead of having the people with the great bodies, why don't you have people with the great voices?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be more appropriate? And glad to see
You mean people who have a voice for radio?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad to see you don't have the same phone problems that Pharrell did. They always make the phones perfect for you.
No, the phones are usually screwed up for us, and that studio never has any problems, so it's about damn time that they started getting a hex.
Well, you've been yelling at them for years, and they've never gotten it right, have they?
No, they have not.
You're still God, Neil. Number 1 in our book. And you want to talk about the survey yesterday? I didn't hear who won.
I'll get it in a minute.
Super. Have a great day.
Have a great day, pal. Say goodbye. Okay. Well, that was interesting. That was like a nice guy in line 6 as opposed to retire. Yeah, that guy, that asshole, who then comes back later in the show with different voices. Anyway, I have some bad news for you, although you don't care because you don't know who this is, being the anti-Semite that you are. Leon Uris, author of Exodus, novel of the founding of Israel and other bestsellers, dies at the age of 78.
He died?
Oh, no. Author Leon Uris, an immigrant's determined son who made it big with the million-selling Exodus and other greatly popular novels, has died. His ex-wife said today he was 78. He died Saturday of natural causes at his home at New York's Shelter Island. Photographer Jill Uris said from her home in Aspen, Colorado. What were some of the other books he wrote?
I don't know. I like the theme from that movie. Sure. Inspiring.
Well, I'm sure that somewhere in this lengthy story that I got here, it's got the names of the other books that he wrote. The Angry Hills. Battle Cry. That was his first novel, a story about the Marines. What were some of the other things that he wrote after Exodus? Topaz. An espionage story involving the French government. Trinity. an encyclopedic novel about Ireland. He was okay, Leon Uris. You know what I'm saying? But
he died.
Happens to the best of us, okay? A lot of that going on these days. Yeah. Gregory Peck. Who else died a couple of weeks ago when Gregory Peck died?
That news guy.
Oh, David Brink. Oh, don't say that news guy. That's so
Edward
bad.
R. Murrow.
No, David Brinkley, whose eyeball fell out on his cheek, and then he decided it was time to retire. We like David Brinkley a lot. Good night, Chet.
Good night.
Good night, David. And good night for NBC News. See, that's way before your time.
I saw the highlights.
All the good stuff, I hate to break the news to you, because I don't want you to feel bad, you and Boner Boy there, but all the good stuff happened before you were born.
No, I understand that you old people keep going on about that.
Oh, there's that Schwarzer on line 9 again, our chronic. Here's the chronic line. Hello. Miami. I know it was him, but he couldn't wait. I know damn well it was him. He's the only, he calls on line 9 every goddamn day. We're going to get you some help, sir, okay? After we get a butterfly net and catch your ass, we're going to get you some real help. We're going to turn you over to the goddamn Miami police. Now, let me ask you, was it the city of Miami police, or was it the FHP, or was it...
It was the city of Hialeah police.
Oh, the city of Hialeah police that nailed your ass after you had that little bit of a wreck and little problem with your license and all these things?
If they grab you and throw you against the wall and leave a thumbprint on your arm, a nice bruised thumbprint, is there any way to get, prints off of that?
Are you going to start in with the police again now?
No, it was just a...
See, if I'm you right now, I count my blessings that I'm sitting there on the outside. I'm free as a bird. In fact, I can hear, what's her name, singing right now. What the hell's her name? Free as a bird? Free as a bird. What the hell's her name? Portuguese-Canadian.
Nelly Furtado.
Nelly Furtado. I love Nelly Furtado.
Yeah.
She's actually pretty cute.
She's great. I was talking about her years ago before her first album was out. She was
I was talking about her long before you seen her, because I saw her in Amsterdam on my satellite, back when I had my crappy apartment.
You're right, I'm sure.
When I had those 15, 20, 30, 40, whole bunch
about 30, man,
of music channels there on TV. That was the one great thing.
I played her on the air 3 years ago.
Nelly Furtado. She's excellent. She's Canadian, and Portuguese. Anyway, I'll give you the result of the poll from yesterday. A lot of people, of course, are dying to hear that. Probably Spilky's Beret, whatever her name is. She's probably listening right now. They hate you, Spilky's, from Channel 7, from that embarrassing Dreco Drive show. They hate you like poison. Anyway, it's 12 minutes after 10. If you're having spilkies because your carpets are looking pretty bad, in other words, if you got butterflies in your stomach, that's what that really translates to. Did you know that?
No.
Now you do. Anyway, Dry Concepts would like to come to your home and make the schmutz and the spilkies all go away. In fact, they specialize in eliminating schmutz and spilkies. It says that right on their truck. If you want to get yourself a great-looking carpet and have it look just like brand new, Dry Concepts are the people you want to call. I've used them for well over 20 years now, as long as I can remember. Because they're the one people in the world who dry clean your carpets. It's a patented exclusive method. It's just like dry cleaning your clothing. It sucks out the dirt that's way down in there deep in the fibers of your carpet and makes them look just like brand spanking new. They smell lemony fresh. They're dry in just a couple of hours and you're ready to rock and roll again. And they do the same stupendous job on your drapes, your expensive area rugs, your oriental rugs, your leather furniture, upholstery. And if you have a problem with pet odors or mildew odors caused by water damage, Dry Concepts will make them disappear like magic, too. And one of the best parts of the deal with them is not only do they show up on time like they promised, but they give you a written guaranteed price before they start the job. No rip-offs, no scams, no tack-ons at the end of the job. Just they hand you a rose, you hand them a check, and everybody walks away with a big smile on their puss. You'll be amazed at how great they can make your carpets look. Do yourself a favor. Call the professionals at Dry Concepts toll-free, and please be sure and tell them that old Neil told you to call 1-800-248-5071. 1-800-248-5071. Get more info on their website if you like at dryconcepts.com. Don't forget, with Dry Concepts, you clean today, you can entertain tonight.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Absolutely. Tarnished with the sewer of this place.
Well, congratulations. Get a life.
Administrations to
to be respected.
That ain't going. You may continue. No tricks.
Absolutely.
10:19 at 560 WQM. Happy Tuesday. Boy, it's sunny and toasty here. Going to be 89 today, 91 tomorrow. But no humidity. I don't want to get you nervous, but no
it's probably going to rain.
No rain either. Just beautiful. I don't want to get you upset. Anyway, boy, I got a pile of stuff here today. We got to give the result from yesterday's poll. But first, let's try that call on line 9 in Miami. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, the other guy was right.
Why are you calling?
I'm addicted to your show, Neil.
Why are you calling? Let me ask you, what part of this sentence don't you understand? Stop calling us every day. What part of that don't you understand?
Well, you can call
Don't
every
be a
day.
chronic. What part of that don't you
chronic.
understand?
I'm not.
Goodbye. He is being a chronic. He's see, does that tell you a lot when I can punch up the line and know who it's going to be?
Yeah, well.
Is that what you call chronic?
Yeah.
That's what you call super chronic is what that is.
Absolutely.
God. Get a life, Pally. Get a life. He's addicted to my Great. Listen to it. Turn it up real loud. Walk around up and down Lincoln Road Mall with a goddamn sandwich board promoting the show. Do something. But get out of our face. Get lost. Okay, here's the result from yesterday's poll. I feel so much better getting him out of my hair. 1,535 votes on yesterday's poll. Not too shabby. You know, there's an interesting part of this that's a little bit disconcerting to me, Beaner Boy. Now, all the hard work that he does putting those bedtime stories when he's not in jail, putting the bedtime stories on there, I just wonder how many people even read those. Because we're getting lately a phenomenal response on the poll, and this poll was okay. It wasn't like stellar, but we got over 1,500 votes and there's nobody in town. See what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe some people will tell us today if they actually read those bedtime stories, because I spend hours and hours and hours scouring every website. You believe that?
Yeah.
No, about 15 minutes. I spend maybe an hour a day, minimum.
No, that's why I try to put a nice chunk of information right on our site, so, you know.
Yeah, a nice chunk. That's what we're having this morning. Chunks. Wondering whether we're going to show up or not. But he showed up. Everything's fine for right now. He's out of jail. He's calm, cool, and collected. You know when this all started? When Pharrell showed up. You were under control. You were doing just fine until he showed up. I don't want to blame it on Scott. But once he showed up, see, you're trying to be as out of control and off the wall as he is. There's only one Pharrell, thank God. And you're trying to be a madman, a wild man, just like him. Your whole life is spinning out of control now because of him. Don't you want to blame him?
Yeah, sure, somebody else.
Absolutely.
Okay, which overrated, supposedly hot chick is actually the biggest dog, we asked yesterday. 1,537 votes, that's a lot. In fact, I'd be able to get the stats from yesterday if Eric would ever get off his fat ass and get that server thing straightened out up there that was supposed to be done an hour ago. Right, Eric? Woo! Huh? Come on, Eric. God, is he slow. Lynn Martinez, 14. I'm reading from the bottom up. The biggest dog. Maria Bartiromo, 15. That's probably because nobody, except a couple of old horny investors, they're the only ones who would think that she's hot. Am I right about that?
I don't even know what she looks like.
Maria, yes, you do. Maria Bartiromo with the gigantic bags under her eyes.
Bags
looks like Minnie Mouse on a bad day.
Of course.
Tara Reid had 18. That was the anti-Tom Brady vote. That was just to make Miguel happy. Tara Reid, boy, she looks okay to me.
She's hot.
Jackie's Johnson, 31. Madonna, 61, and she was a very late addition, and we apologize profusely, because she did a lot better than that. Madonna, 61. Mariah Carey looks real scary, 64. Now here comes the good stuff. Spilky's Neray, 97, on Channel 7's Dreco Drive. They hate you, Spilky's. They can't stand your name. You're a silly person. That show is garbage, and they don't like the way you look. Spilky's Neray, 97. Pamela Anderson, 97, also a late edition. That's your fault, George.
I'm sorry.
Out of sight, out of mind. Now, if you'd have put her on a little bit sooner, she'd have topped 100, guaranteed. But nevertheless, 98 now. She just got another one. J-Lo, 116. That's going to make Luis Miguel, our Miguel, very upset. He was sticking up for her yesterday. He was sticking up.
Doesn't think Tara Reid is cute, but he likes J-Lo.
What does that tell you about his taste? Bad taste. Well, he likes a big ass. He's Cuban. J-Lo, 116, and Tara Reid is not Cuban. What does that tell you? Put those pieces together, and what do you got?
Rectum.
Gloria Estefan, 141, and you notice how mamby-pamby he was about that, too. I couldn't get a straight answer out of him. He was afraid to say anything negative about her because she was like out there in front of Alion's Miami house. Remember that?
Right.
Her and Andy Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I saw that all goings on there, it made me feel sympathy for Joey Zaza, you know. I started switching sides. He, after all, did have a bella figura. Gloria Estefan, 141. Sarah Jessica Parker, 369. 24%. Very good. That was George's choice. Mm-hmm. I picked Mariah Carey. I would have picked Anna Nicole Smith, only it's inconceivable to me that anybody would consider her to be hot.
Not in the past, however many years since she got fat.
About 30, man.
Anna Nicole Smith, 516 votes, winning in a landslide, 33.4% of all 1,500 plus votes. 1,542 to be exact, and the number it's swelling, it's big. It's gigantic. We'll get to the new poll in a second. I got a whole pile of stuff today, including that Moe story. How did we miss that yesterday?
I don't know. Because they didn't send it to us.
The reason we missed it yesterday is because our listeners are a day late and a dollar short. Unfortunately, none of us subscribe to the Boca Raton Delray Beach News. Oh, no, we don't get it.
Normally I drive up and get one, but I didn't over the weekend.
But he missed out on Sunday. He forgot. He was too busy bailing Beaner Boy out of jail or something. Let's take this call from Miami. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know how you could have a poll like the one you're having without including 3 really overrated women. Charlie's Angels.
Ferris Fawcett?
No, the new ones.
Oh, the new one? I haven't seen the new ones.
The 3 old ones were beautiful.
Yeah, they were. That's why I was in shock that you said that.
How could they cast a show about 3 beautiful women with 3 ugly women?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a picture of Cameron Diaz's face. She's got holes in it.
Cameron Diaz you don't like?
She's got, like, holes, like craters.
From 100 yards away, she looks pretty damn good.
Without the makeup, she's got craters.
Could be.
And by the way, Belkis is a pretty common Hispanic name.
Spilkies is a common Hispanic name.
It's rather common, not too common.
I'll be damned. Well, she looks pretty common to me, I'll tell you. Okay, thanks for the addition, pal. Thank you.
All right.
And we apologize for not putting them on. We can't put everybody on. Plus, he didn't call in yesterday. He probably couldn't get through, right?
Right, yeah. They were
packed. Well, it's the summertime. Hey, listen, we got more calls on there now. We had all day yesterday, like 3,
right.
You know. No, seriously, I'm in a great mood. I'm happy to be here, not to be there. And I'm ecstatic that Beaner Boy showed up today. We were like ripping you an ass behind your back, see? And I already told you that. Mostly George.
Yeah, I guessed that already.
No, both of us were ripping you, big time. We're ready to can your ass and just how unreliable you are and just unpredictable and you're spinning out of control and you're just like a little asshole, a wise ass. Punk. Street punk.
Yeah.
Kind of like Chad on Passions, the street punk. See, I'm the only one in the group that understands that because the rest of your taste in TV blows.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
It's the Eddie Griffith Show, starring Eddie Griffith.
What up? Check it out. There's a new sheriff in town. Yes, indeed, if he didn't need it.
Hiya, Eddie. Deputy Barney Fife. At your service.
Damn, you my deputy?
Yeah.
You one skinny-ass mofo. Good thing they ain't no real crime up in Mayberry.
The undercover brother is back, in uniform, on the Eddie Griffith Show.
Yo. What's up, baby? Who the hell are you?
I'm at B.
That's good, because Eddie like a shorty with some junk in the trunk. Yeah.
Mayberry will never be the same now that Eddie Griffith's in town.
Lord, my man. Listen, I need me a fro, bro. Give it brother a big old blowout.
Ooh, Eddie, you want me to put a little relaxer in there? Ooh, maybe a little Jerry curl, perhaps.
Listen up. Don't be making me look like no Al Sharpton, because I'll throw your ass in jail next to Otis the drunk.
The Eddie Griffith Show, tonight on Nick at Night, right after My 3 Homeboys. All the crap you can unwrap, all the slime, all the time.
10:32. That's too good to erase, you know.
No,
that's a keeper. That's definitely a keeper. Anyway, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. And Eric is way ahead of us because he's under a lot of stress up there in Orlando. How's my stats page? You think he's got that fixed up yet?
Probably.
I doubt it. Let me just take a look at that. I don't think so. No, not doing too good on that. Well, he'll work on that next. That's why I got the poll up real quick. Anyway, we do have the new poll up, and the reason I'm taking that today is not that we want to pick on Mo, do we?
Yes,
a lot?
Yes.
Huh?
Absolutely.
What did he ever do to you?
No, but the point is there's this big article here, which we'll get to momentarily. I got a whole pile of stuff here today. I feel like I'm under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure to get all this heavy-duty stuff in. For example, well, let's take a call in. We'll intersperse, we'll sprinkle them in, you know, like sprinkles on your ice cream? I'm sorry, like Jimmy's. Where do they call them Jimmy's and where do they call them sprinkles?
I thought Jimmy's were a particular kind of sprinkle.
Yeah. Well, maybe some of these priests were sprinkling on Jimmy. Two former Catholic priests previously assigned to the L.A. Archdiocese were charged yesterday with child molestation, authorities said.
Boy!
Titan Athos Miani, 76. I thought he was one of the Three Musketeers, Athos. Wasn't he?
Yeah. Athos.
76, who was free on $200,000 bond, was charged with 2 counts of committing a lewd act on a child for allegedly molesting 2 girls. Oh, thank God, in the mid-1960s. His arraignment was set for July 21st. Michael Wempe, 63, is accused of molesting 5 boys, on the other hand, so to speak, between 1977 and 86 at parishes in L.A., Ventura, and San Diego counties. Wempe, whom Cardinal Roger Mahoney forced to resign from the priesthood just last year, could receive life in prison if convicted on all 42 counts.
All right.
And probably have a really good time in there. Malibu Superior Court Judge Lawrence Myra rejected a request to lower Wempe's $2 million bail. Wempe's attorney, Leonard Levine, said yesterday he would ask again for lower bail at his client's July 8th arraignment, and of course he denies all the allegations. Must be another one of them, 2 more of those isolated incidents, don't you think?
You're just making those up.
Here's Miami, hello.
Retire.
Ah, there he took him about 34 minutes today, but I like the heavy breath before he said, retire.
That was the
retire. Very enthusiastic, very, very forceful today. He gets a lot of credit for that one.
Absolutely.
Work on it hard. I'm sure he is right now. Retire. My response to you would be, expire. So the poll is up. Here's our poll for today. Well, before we get to that, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Should I? I guess we should, because people are voting on it already.
We can do the show backwards like Memento.
In honor of the big story in the Boca Raton Del Rey Beach Daily News. I mean, you know, you've hit the big time when you've gotten the Boca Daily News about my good colleague, my good close personal buddy Mo Howard David. We made the poll about him. And, of course, if you believe him, he's on the poll every day, which he is not. Was he on any of our movie polls? No. Was he on our most overrated-looking Twinkies yesterday? No. But every once in a while, because we like to keep his name alive, since his program seems to be like vanishing deep into the bowels of the night, you know, just sliding back a little bit to make room for another program. Isn't that what the article says? We'll get to that article, by the way, because I'm sure most of you may have missed it in the Boca Raton. What do you think?
Well, I'm sure until the Herald reprints it.
Maybe I'm underestimating the power of the Boca Del Rey Daily News. Anyway, here's the poll today. Forget the, I see, that's, I'm reading the note that I wrote at the top to myself. Which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you believe most strongly? And we got 2, 4, 6, 7 magnificent choices. Nice job, Neil. Thank you. You're welcome. Which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you believe most strongly? He's a total asshole. He's a great talent. He does great play-by-play. His talk show blows.
Absolutely.
He's alienated just about everyone. Neil picks on him too much, or who's Mo Howard David? Now, do you see what a great, I mean, everything from white to black, shades of gray, dark brindle brown, everything in between. It's a little puce. Now, let's see the early returns, because some of these people are really quick on our website. They, live on it. They're mounted on it. Because Boner Boy does a great job. Do you think we're going to get any calls from people who say if they read the bedtime stories or not? We're not.
In this city?
Well, no, seriously. I mean, it's a lot of work for both of us, and if people have already read those stories on the other websites, what's the point? I mean, it looks great. It's very impressive.
Oh, they haven't read them. They haven't read them on any other websites. At least they get to peruse the headlines on ours.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It saves them several hours a day of having a Potsky around and reading every one of those websites, you know. But we'll see. We'll find out. Anyway, which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you believe most strongly is our poll question today? We got 69 votes already. There's that number again. Always seems to pop up on his show.
Absolutely.
He's a total asshole, 24. Come on. Now, did you already vote?
I didn't. I did not vote for that.
I did.
I voted for the second one.
Oh, see, which do you believe most strongly? He's a total asshole. It was the one I voted for because I believe that most strongly. The second one is just a statement of fact. He's alienated just about everyone's got 15 votes. Who's Mo Howard David at 10? 14.4% of the audience still is wondering who the hell that old man is. By the way, he's 58, so he says. He was in his mid-50s just a few months ago, and now he's 58. He's aging rapidly. Must be his experience at QAM. Who's Mo Howard David at 10? Neil picks on him too much, 9. His talk show blows, 7. He does great play-by-play, 4. And he's a great talent so far, 0. Oh, come on. That's bad, isn't it?
That's pretty bad. I'll tell you why I didn't vote for total asshole.
Yeah?
Like we were talking the other day, that part of him that may or may not exist.
What part is that?
Rectum.
The part that isn't an asshole.
Yeah.
That whatever percentage, I'm still hanging on to some hope there.
No, you're not. You're just being a parrot now. You're just repeating that because I said it a couple of times.
No, you're right. I think there's a deep inside
that he just can't overcome because of his stubbornness and his arrogance and his ego and his pomposity, all of these things. If he would just let his hair down, I told you.
Right. Down and out.
He just let that animal run loose in the forest and have a wonderful life. Oh, how wonderful things would be. You just hear Sam Cooke singing a song about that. So anyway, there's the poll for you to peruse and have a good time with. And then we'll find out, like I said, we'll take about 500-600 calls today, or maybe more like...
About 30, man.
And find out if people are reading the bedtime stories or not. Because I'm sure that you'd probably be very pleased if we didn't have to go through that every day, wouldn't you?
Carlos?
No.
What a liar. Absolute, total BS artist. 21 till 11 at 560 WQM. Summertime in South Florida guarantees 3 things. Heat, humidity, and hurricanes. You can't control the weather, but you can control how you protect your home during hurricane season. The Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop provides the best hurricane protection in the universe. With one call to the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop, they'll be at your home the very next day with a quote for hurricane shutters, windows, and doors, customized and engineered specifically for you and your home. From panels, accordions, roll-up shutters, impact-resistant windows and doors, the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop will not be undersold. They'll beat any written legitimate quote because when you do business with these folks, you're buying directly from the manufacturer and wholesaler. So call the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop, 1-800-538-0191. They also offer cash and carry for all you do-it-yourself handymen out there. So if you're serious about hurricane protection, customized and engineered specifically for you and your home, call the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop, 1-800-538-0191. Be sure and tell them that Ancient Neil told you to call. How old am I? About 38 today?
58.
I would say like...
About 30, man.
Here's that number again, 1-800-538-0191, the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop.
Live and local. This is 560.
The radio's all yours now.
QAM.
It's Dave in Miami town.
Absolutely.
At 560 WQAM.
William Shatner's recording of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was voted the worst Beatles cover of all time. And now, the fab former Captain Kirk has a whole CD of Fab 4 covers. It's Shatner Warps the Beatles.
Baby, you can drive my car at warp speed, Mr. Zulu. You know I'm going to be a star. I hear they might bring back T.J. Hooker. And maybe I'll love you.
Pick up a copy of Shatner Warps the Beatles and set your CD player on stun with this cover of Don't Let Me Down.
Don't let me down. Like Priceline.com did when they stopped advertising. I'll get you, Priceline. You'll need to call Rescue 911 when I'm done with you.
You can explore the galaxy and never find a collection of Beatles songs performed as poorly as only William Shatner can. It's Shatner Warps the Beatles.
When I find myself in times of financial trouble, I just appear at Star Trek conventions and make $10,000 just for shaking hands with a bunch of pimple-faced geeks. But then again, they are my fans.
It's the Beatles cover album that boldly goes where no Beatles cover album has gone before. Unless you count those crappy versions Leonard Nimoy did. It's Shatner Warps the Beatles.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Oh, let it be.
Let me ask you, did they ever get his wife out of the bottom of that pool?
Well, they had to drain it.
127 votes on the poll already. I'm going to tell you, we may break all records with this poll today, because this is another emotional topic. And even though there's only about 100 people in town, they're voting a lot. Which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you believe most strongly? He's a total asshole, 39. He's alienated just about everybody, 28. Who's Mo Howard David at 18? Neil picks on him too much, 17. I'm going to have to think about that, you know what?
Right, you're
okay,
hard.
I thought about it. His talk show blows, 16. He does great play-by-play, 8. He's a great talent. We got 1. Let's hear it. Nice going, Mo. You got 1. And that's just the beginning.
Absolutely.
U.S. bomber drops 9 bombs on its own troops. This is not a very pleasant story. The U.S. Air Force has admitted one of its own B-52 bombers has dropped 9 massive bombs on its own troops, killing and injuring several soldiers. The bomber plane had been taking part in the U.S. military exercise in Djibouti. Captain Seth Michaud, 27 of Hudson, Mass., was killed on Sunday. 8 other U.S. troops injured in the incident. 9 misdirected M11 bombs fell near 2 CH-53E Super Stallion helicopters that were parked adjacent to the range where the exercise was taking place. And it goes on about this one was from here and this one was from there. Djibouti gained independence from France in 1977, and France retains a military base there. A U.S.-led task force is using Djibouti as its base to lead the war on terrorism in the Horn of Africa region. So, another one of those accidents. Oops. Pretty tragic. Here's a call from Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great.
Appears to me that George is a little intimidated or jealous whenever the great one calls in. Does he?
It's Reverend Jones.
He doesn't. Yeah, there he goes. He just has to tell you it's Reverend.
Okay, here's the story from the Boca del Rey Beach News, Sunday, June 22nd, this past Sunday. It just skated right on by all. Of course, I was en route here. I was on a plane, so I didn't get a chance to pick up my Boca. They don't carry the Boca del Rey News at the airport. Better do something about that. So I couldn't have possibly seen it, and George was busy trying to bail Beanie Boy out of jail. Right?
Oh, yeah, all weekend.
Well, I mean, let's embellish it a little bit, makes it more exciting. So, well, that's a good excuse for it. That's an out. So we missed this, because otherwise I'm sure that we would have been glued to this and had it for you yesterday. We try to be the firstest with the mostest. Belittled but primed for upcoming season is the headline. There's a picture. Now, quite frankly, if it were me, which thank God it's not, but if it were me, I wouldn't be too happy, even with the facts, and it's black and white. I can see that there's a nasty-looking muskrat on top of Mo's head there, and this looks like a Boca Brian piece because it looks like his teeth are missing. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just... am I right?
I have a better copy, obviously.
Yeah, and
it looks the same.
It looks like it's been airbrushed. Maybe Boca Brian fed him this picture. Oh, that would be embarrassing to the people at the Boca del Rey Beach News, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
But I'm going to read this article, and I want you to sit back and just soak it in, okay? I want you to just listen to the words, soak it in. Boca resident and Dolphin sportscaster Howard David unscathed by criticism. Howard David has earned himself a name in sports and talk broadcasting. During some 20 years of doing radio play-by-play, David has broadcast the Olympics, 6 Super Bowls, Monday Night Football, the Masters, and Tennis U.S. Open. He will soon begin his second season as the radio voice of the Miami Dolphins. Unfortunately, some say the name the Boca Raton resident has earned in South Florida is Mo Howard, thanks to local radio talk show personality Neil Rogers.
Absolutely correct, sir.
David, who has a talk show on 560 WQAM, 5 to 8 a.m., is often the butt of many barbs Rogers spews during his 4-hour morning/afternoon show on WQAM. He's the butt. He's the
rectum.
Rogers, an acknowledged homosexual, has even portrayed both men in a compromising position on his internet site. Speaking of
rectum.
And they failed to point out, though, that even though that happens to be true, that I'm on the receiving end of his abuse. How do you like that?
Yeah.
I think he has nothing else to do, speculated David, who says he tuned out Rogers 8 months ago. We met face to face and he was pleasant, but rats will look you in the face and behind your back they'll be very animated. I don't know what that means. I think this is personal from his point of view. That's correct. It is personal, Mo. It's not business. It's business and personal. Neil Rogers is just a Howard Stern pretender, he says. Although others on the station have also berated and belittled David on the air, the 58-year-old, see, now all of a sudden he's gone from mid-50s to 58. He's moving up closer to the truth. The 58-year-old former Westwood One/CBS radio personality says he has a good relationship with other on-air personalities, including his partner on the Dolphin broadcast, Mad Dog Jim Mandich. An amusing comment.
Right.
The daily dose of insults, however, has not deterred David. He says he doesn't regret coming to South Florida nearly 2 years ago from his home state of New York, where he was the play-by-play man for the Dolphins' fiercest rival, the New York Jets. It's the greatest place I've ever lived, said the Brooklyn-born David, who now lives off Yamato Road in Boca. Oh, now, see, now, why are they putting in the paper there? He's going to bitch them out. They shouldn't be putting out, that gives I realize Yamato Road's a long road, and there are a lot of people live in that vicinity, but...
Yeah. He'll be calling them.
He'll be calling them up right now.
And then
don't
denying
you
it.
ever put my address in it. Anyway, I feel like I've lived here 15 to 20 years. Yeah, we feel the same way, Mo. The people make you feel comfortable. I've made a lot of friends. I love everything about it. David took a long road to get here. His broadcasting career began in Libya while he was in the Air Force in the late 60s. During his time there, he worked on Armed Forces radio and TV before volunteering to do some radio play-by-play for military football teams. Once he was out of the service, David continued his broadcasting career announcing Princeton football and basketball games while also doing sales at his radio station. David's break came a few years later when a Princeton grad working at CBS Radio recommended him to the broadcasting giant. His distinct voice was eventually heard on CBS NFL Network broadcast, where it would remain for 15 years before he would move on to do Jets games. David, who has 2 daughters and 2 grandchildren, said his affiliation with the Jets found Dolphins owner Wayne Hypinga tentative at first, but like most Dolphin fans, he said the boss warmed up to him. Some, however, have questioned his enthusiasm for his new team, although he says he is a Dolphins fan. If the Dolphins organization didn't like what I was doing after a full season, I wouldn't be here, says David, whose talk show is co-hosted by Steve Goldie Goldstein. It was recently moved back an hour to accommodate a new talk show featuring Scott Farrell, a fellow Boca resident. This article, man, is it's just bringing up stuff I haven't eaten for weeks. Dolphins head coach Dave Wanstad called me up after the Fins beat the Jets last year and said, I listened to a tape of the game and it sounded like I was in the game. What does that mean?
I have no idea. I was hoping you could explain it.
What the ownership says and what he says means more than the people that have a prejudice against me, says Mo. Let me read that one again.
Please.
What the ownership says and what he says means more than the people that have a prejudice against me. Who wrote this thing? Can you read the name Aaron?
Gobrallis.
No, seriously. Can you read the name on this?
Shea. S-H-E-A.
Shea. Aaron Shea. David's talk show, his first in his long broadcasting career, has received up and down ratings. I wanted to do this to extend my options, he said. It seems all everybody wants to do on talk radio is insignificant. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean is what you say is and he says what he says? Asked his impression of the area's sports landscape, he said the fans are different in South Florida. The Dolphins are the only game in town. There's 70% of the rooting interest. When the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, and you noticed I said when, the celebration will last for more than a week. David said that although he initially came to South Florida to do the talk show and the Dolphins' job just happened to follow, play-by-play work will always be his number one love. He came here to do the talk show, and the Dolphins' job just kind of just fell into his lap for Bill Zimfer's consumption. Play-by-play work from a professional standpoint is far more important to me than the talk show, said David, who must be seeing the handwriting on the wall, who's worked with the likes of soccer legend Pele. I've gotten to meet some of the greats, Ali, Jordan, Bird. I've experienced things he met the Bird.
How about that?
I've experienced things I would have never experienced if I went on this profession. This is the best profession I know of, says Mo Howard David.
All right.
Let's hear it for the Mo Man. He's the man of the Mo Man. Quite a tribute there. That's it. Let's have a big round of applause. That was enough for Mo Howard David, who is being slid back further and further. Although, if Farrell doesn't clean up his act pretty soon, Mo might, you never know. Well, no, see, Farrell's great, but he doesn't realize where he is. He's starting to learn a little bit slowly. He doesn't understand what this place is all about. You know what I'm saying?
All the crap you can unwrap. All the slime all the time.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the way the poll's going so far. Which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you believe most strongly? I've got a tear in my eye after reading that article. 189 votes already. He's a total asshole, 60. He's alienated just about everyone, 41. I wonder if Joe Roosevelt on that yet. You think?
Uh-huh.
Who's Mo Howard David at 28? His talk show blows, 27. Neil picks on him too much, 20. That's a little over 10%. I'm having some second thoughts about all that. He does great play-by-play, 10. He's a great talent, 3.
Oh!
Let's hear it now. That's up to 3 already. See how that's grown by leaps and bounds?
Absolutely.
Like crazy. So don't misjudge, just like you were thinking that Beaner Boy wasn't going to show up today. Poor Jose Canseco, man. See, Beaner Boy got out and they pulled Jose in there. Although I think was it the other way around? Did you see him in there?
No, I must have missed him. Must have been in another cell.
You were in the wrong goddamn cell. Oh, he was in. They put Beaner Boy in with all the rapists and murderers, axe murderers, and instead of just putting him with the misdemeanor people, just as an extra, when they found out he worked on his show, they put him in like on death row.
Oh, you should have seen all the people that recognized me from the show.
Get out of here!
I swear to God.
What people?
Sergeant this and, Detective that, and I was trying to work it for all it was worth.
Is that why they were beating the crap out of you?
Well, that was the one black guy that apparently you pissed off. I think
Schwarzer, yeah. He slammed you up against the wall?
Left his thumbprint on my arm. I'm still trying to get fingerprints off of it.
Said, you little cracker bastard, this'll teach you. He ain't no cracker, he's a beaner. And what about the guy that smacked you on the head to knock your ass out of bed on the floor?
Oh, that was fun. I was all wrapped up because, of course, when you go to jail, you never go dressed nice. I was, I'd been at the beach, so I was dressed in these little flip-flops and these little beach shorts and a tank top. So the jail was freezing. It was 50 degrees in there. And I'm in here with all these murders, suicide attempts and crazy kinds of...
All right.
Crazy kinds of lunatics.
Your kind of crowd, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I wrapped myself up. I put my arms inside the tank top. I put my shirt over my knees, so I'm all there, all in a bundle. And they're calling my name, and apparently I had fallen asleep and I didn't hear it. So they were nice enough to just push me off the metal benches. So I woke myself up by slamming my head against the floor.
Is that the end of the story for now?
For now.
Jose Canseco ordered held without bail. 30 days in jail. How do you like that?
Yeah.
Steroids. Violation of his probation. Jose's cool in his heels. I will say this, the picture in the Herald, he looked pretty good in that red jumpsuit. Jose looked okay. We can't stand you. Shackled at the wrist and ankles, Canseco showed little emotion during Monday's hearing. Here we go again, said Judge Glick. Here we go again. His new lawyers, Jane Weintraub and Richard Rosenbaum, said the drug test results are a misunderstanding but wouldn't elaborate. Court records do not indicate which steroid showed up in Canseco's urine. But the fact of the matter, he is cooling his heels, and he's got a lovely red jumpsuit on. He never looked better, I don't think. Even with that old A's outfit on, he never looked better. Jose Canseco. And I still wonder, I heard, who was it? Was it Mo or it was Geldy, I think, this morning? Wondering about the guy, that asshole from Pennsylvania that spent $2,500. I guess it's a good thing he visited the house when he got his opportunity, right? He had that window of opportunity, right, in between jail terms. Nice going, Pally. $2,500 to visit this scumbucket. 10:57 at 560 WQM. If you're in a dead-end job, if $2,500 is about what you make in a year, maybe college is too expensive for you. It just takes too long. If you can afford $10 a month to commit yourself 3 nights a week for 4 months, our friends at Fast Train can help you get out of that dead end. They can get your life on track and get you into a new high-paying computer career. That's correct. $10 a month and 3 nights a week for only 4 months for individuals who qualify. Call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. With 4 locations all over town, there is bound to be one convenient nearby you. So call Fast Train today. There's no obligation. They'll explain it to you how they can change your life for real. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Talk with the Train Career Counselor. Fast Train offers day, evening, and weekend schedules. They've got job placement, hands-on training. Pick up that instrument right now. Stick your finger in it and call Fast Train 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Fast Train's deferred payment is valid for a year. Regular payments apply thereafter. Don't forget, whether you're in high school, on summer break, somebody in an underpaid dead-end job, if you're like a deadbeat that wants to start turning your life around, or just looking to increase your net worth, like Beaner Boy, call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN, or check them out on that wicked World Wide Web at fasttrain.com.
Absolutely.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
And beat that gator meat.
I like it. I like it.
Hey, we're searching. Oh yeah, we're searching all up for those weapons of destruction every day. Hey, hey, we gonna keep searching. Ooh, oh, searching, have mercy, searching for the nukes they hid away. But I don't think we'll ever find them.
No.
They weren't there in the first place. Gonna find, yeah, high and low, from house to house and under every rug, to validate the spin of all those White House thugs. If you still need convincing, tune in Fox or CNN. For the doors are lying from but we'll keep on searching. Ooh, But you know they ain't gonna find them.
No!
Ain't never had them anyway.
Absolutely.
11:01 at 560 WQM. Now here's this fax. You know, Henry in Miami, who used to be, what was the first name he used? Was it Charlie or Jimmy? Yeah, you do, because that's our Schwarzer caller that calls every day. When I was there, don't you remember he faxed one day the same business, and then faxed under another name the same business later, and then he called in to top it all off and said that he sent faxes under the both names. He's just out of control. He's a maniac. Angrily yours, he says, don't ever call this show again, okay? Because if you do, we'll trace the call, and we'll send Beanie Boy to your house to fart all over your face, okay? And believe you me, you don't want to be downwind of that. Why do you think they call him Beaner Boy anyway? Henry, a.k.a. Charlie, a.k.a. whatever the hell your name is. Hey, Neil, stop being an asshole. It's obvious that you have a great radio show, and great shows like yours draw and attract big fans that have become addicted to calling and trying to be part of your show. What a crock of crap. Big fans that become addicted to calling. No, addicted to calling is unacceptable, see? We don't want to talk to the same assholes every day.
Great fans are addicted to listening.
Right, that's right. Loyal fans, they listen, they fill out their Arbitron diaries, and they support the show, and they support our sponsors, and they, they support us. They don't have to call every day and be chronic and just be a pain in the ass. It says here, you say it's just a radio show, but the only thing that seems realistic is your frustration. I thought all this time your attitude was your shtick. Man, that sucks, dude. Good riddance.
Really? Good riddance?
Good riddance or something. Yeah, good riddance to you, Henry, whatever your name is this week.
Oh, if only.
Yeah, good. Oh, he'll never go away.
No.
None of them ever go away. Oh, I'm listening to Phil tapes now. I finally found a life. You remember that one? He was faxing when I was there last week. Every one of them. The audience thinks I exaggerate about that. Believe you me, we got people who are. This is the last time I'm ever listening to you. I'm got a life now. I found somebody else to listen to. That's it. And screw you. And they're the next day.
This is the last time I'm ever going to fax you.
Right. Here's the last fax I'm ever going to send. I promise. I cross my heart and hope you die. Oh, by the way, speaking of hope you die tomorrow, everybody cross their fingers, say a little bit of a prayer, get out the Urethra Franklin, or your urethra, and say a little prayer for Muff, because tomorrow's the day they're examining his rectum. Oh. And I heard that they're checking it twice to see who's been naughty and nice. They're checking it twice. Anyway, here's a fax from Adriana, and I know George and Beaner Boy are both anxiously awaiting the arrival of her pictures.
Right, now she did send something through the fax that did not come out. It was just a big black blob.
Oh, like Henry from Miami.
Right, so I am, jonesing.
Anyway, long-time female. It says, listener who shares your taste in movies. Excellent. Thanks for the additions to my must-see and must-read lists. I saw a good movie last night. I got it in my hand right now. Way of the Gun. Although George hasn't seen it. Beaner Boy has. Mm-hmm. Right?
Right.
Weren't you the one that turned me out of this movie?
He was. I thought it was very entertaining.
It was good. I liked it.
Yep.
See, when you look at the jacket, and the name of the movie, you almost get the feel it's like a Western. I don't like Western.
It's misleading. It's like a modern time shoot 'em up.
In fact, even that Brad Pitt movie that George sucked me into watching, that was too much of a Western. It was okay. What was the name of that?
Legends of the Fall?
With Anthony Hopkins, yeah. It was okay, but of the ones I've watched in these last several weeks, that was like way down there on the floating pool.
I just said I liked it better than that other one.
Even Donnie Darko, which I hated the ending, was grotesque, but the rest of the movie was damn good. It was entertaining.
And that's one thing about Way of the Gun. The ending is one of the best parts.
The ending is different, boy. It's bizarre.
It's different, right, exactly.
It's really strange.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah. Ryan Philippe, who he's okay in my book, although he could use a shave and maybe a bath, but that he was a grungy guy. These were two scumbags, him and Benicio del Toro, and James Caan. The only thing with James Caan, I like him a lot. He's a great actor, but there are different parts of the movie where he starts doing the Santino routine, and he starts. Did you notice talking out of the corner of his mouth? You know what I mean? Like when he says,
"Bing! You blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit."
When he said that, I thought, that was a great line in The Godfather, but it doesn't fit right now at somebody's bar mitzvah. It's just out of place.
When he throws the doctor up against the wall, it's Santino.
You notice the way toward the end of the movie? I don't want to give it away. The Way of the Gun, good movie. Toward the end of the movie, when they're having the big gunfight, which there are many in the movie, but the really big final blowout.
Right.
He's standing inside the shutters there, and the bullets are just pouring through the shutters. And he's just very calmly standing off to the side, reloading his piece. It's good. It's great. He's good.
The one thing you know about a broken down old man is that he's a survivor.
Yeah, and that was him.
That line, I was like,
I loved the way when he walked away, and they said, "See ya." What is the line he uses? See ya. whatever that is, to Benicio del Toro. The same thing he said to him outside that diner after he bought him a cup of coffee. Anyway, he's the bag man. It's a very good movie, Way of the Gun. Ryan Philippe. There is one scene in there where Ryan has his shirt off. I just mentioned that in passing for Adriana, who also says, as soon as I'm able to scan my pictures, I'll be entering your July couples contest. We just recently went to your website for the first time and found that we're at least as hot as the other couples. Okay, maybe not Amy and Aaron, you tell me. If they're as hot as Amy and Aaron, we want to see those pictures right now.
We'll be happy to tell her.
She says, keep it up in the show, too. Thanks, Adriana. How do you like that? She likes my taste in movies. See, they're another happy person. We got some happy people. We got some, we're tired. We got that asshole. And we got Henry, who changes his name every 5 minutes, who wants to call the show every day, who's making excuses for himself because he has no goddamn life. I asked him, what part of the sentence don't you understand? Stop being a chronic. If he called like once a week, once every couple of weeks, no problem. He still has that option. Because I'm a nice guy and I'm in a good mood, I'm in a great mood, I would still give him that option if he wanted to call like once a week. Okay? To me, that's not a super chronic. It's a regular. See, there are different categories. There are occasional callers, people you hear from like once every few months, sometimes every couple of years. Mm-hmm. Then there are regular callers who might call like once every week or two if they have something to say, something to contribute that might be interesting, amusing, something.
Say that part again.
And then there are those who are like chronic, who just think that every single, like the guy from Dallas. Do you remember he called me 2 days in a row and I hung up on him right away? Yeah. The hockey guy? Mm-hmm. You know, what more was he going to say about a boring thing that nobody, I mean, it's not boring to me, but to everybody else it was. They don't give a crap about it.
And then there are chronics that never had anything to say, and still.
And then there are super chronics like Henry, a.k.a. Jimmy, a.k.a. whatever other 50 names he's using, who do use different names, who are on the phone, they're on the fax machine, they're all over here like crap on the Mo, you know?
Mm-hmm. And this guy?
You're gay.
Oh, well, he's beyond that. He's redefined the term chronic. And we, you know, and the problem being that we do have to, or at least I have to admit that I enjoy.
You're gay.
You know, that.
Sure,
That's,
that was a funny call.
That bit, you know, the voicemail, that's pretty good. There will be a lawsuit, that guy.
Yeah.
But he just can't control it. He can't put a cap on it.
Mm-mm.
Although they told me this way, I have a silly baseball cap on, ass backward.
Greasy, sweaty,
nasty pig is what you are. How's that poll coming, speaking of that? Now don't be picking on Mo. I'm looking at this, 11.3% think I pick on Mo too much. You think?
Absolutely.
No. I might have to rethink my whole concept of my relationship with the Mo Man. And then he's always playing the victim. You know, that's what kills me. He's trying to get everybody fired, pulling all kinds of crap. A real cranky, cantankerous old man behind the scenes, calling up other shows, telling people what to say and bitching people out. But he always plays in public the role of the victim.
What was
I'm the victim. We met face to face and he was pleasant. Now, what did he expect? That I was going to say, hi, Howard, you're an asshole, you know? Seriously. See, from the beginning, when all of it was shtick, because I hadn't met him yet, he still thought it was personal, because he's such a superstar. You can't say that. You hear those things he's saying about me?
It was an outrage.
It was unacceptable. But rats will look at you in the face, and behind your back, they'll be very animated. Well, how do you like that? I'm very animated right now, Mo. I'm hopping up and down. Actually, I'm physically hopping up and down in my chair. I probably break
Maybe he means like Mickey Mouse, like an animated rat.
Yeah. Well, when's my check from Disney coming through? That's for crying out loud?
Neil, the cartoon rat.
Which of these statements about Mo Howard David did you believe the most strongly is our poll question today on NeilRogers.com. We still haven't had one person call. We'll have to do a poll on that. Let's do it tomorrow. What do you say? That'll take care of tomorrow's poll.
How are you phrasing it?
Huh?
How you going to phrase it?
I don't know. I've got plenty of time. In fact, I think I've already got one that I set aside that I was going to do about the website. Because if they're not reading those bedtime stories, if there's only like a handful
About 30, man.
who are reading the website, it's not worth all of that tremendous work on everybody's part, and especially with the way Eric just gets abused and berated for the great job that Beaner Boy is doing. It makes Eric look really bad. 253 votes on the poll. 253 votes? This only went up about, 1035? Right. Jesus, I'm telling you, I think we're breaking all records today. Look out. Which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you believe most strongly? He's a total asshole, 75. He's alienated just about everyone, 50. That's almost 20%. 50. I'm desperately looking for something here. I know I'm not going to find it. Oh, you want to know why? Because it's not in my DCS. Am I dumb or what? I could have looked for hours for that. That would have killed some good time.
Sure.
His talk show blows, 40. Who's Mo Howard David at 40? Neil picks on him too much, 29. Now, that's 11.4%. It's not a gigantic number, but still, that's a lot. I pick on Mo too much. He does great play-by-play, 12. And he's a great talent, 7.
All right.
How do you like that? 7 now. That's 2.7% think that Mo's a great talent. But he does great play-by-play. Now, see, because you could only vote 1, I'm sure that there are people who would like to be able to vote more than 1. See what I'm saying?
Right.
People who might say, he does great play-by-play, but his talk show blows. You know, in other words, probably should have put in more than, follow what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm not doing it. I mean, 7 choices is enough. Otherwise, poor Eric would be sitting up there in between breakfast burritos and just banging out and typing away and feverishly. We don't want him to do all that work. Do we? No, we don't. Just relax, Eric. Okay, everybody's on the website. Beanie Boy is doing a great job on those days when he's not in a slammer.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Better than Neil Rogers.
Welcome back to the, hey, ain't that Neil over there?
Where?
Where? Over there, you moron. Walking down the hallway.
Yeah, that's him.
Hey, Neil, look, I'm waving at him, but he acts like he don't see me.
Hello, Neil.
It's me. How you doing, Neil?
Oh, why you sitting there, Mo? Go out there and talk to him.
But are you nuts? I approached no one. I got nothing to say to him anyway. Who the hell's he think he is, that Wang Nong Swish? I got better things to do, like adjust my pee bag here. Oh, age is so cruel. Oh.
Here, Mo, I got something here that'll make you feel better.
Yeah, sure you do.
Oh, really? Here, step into my time machine.
Time machine? Where'd you get that?
I got it on eBay.
Oh, okay. Might stand over here?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. If you pictures here.
Wait, by the way, something. Where you sending me? Wow, I must be in the 1930s or something. What a time warp. Like the one Boca Brian slugged in. Hey, watch where you're going. Now, see here. Nobody talks to me like that. Do you know who I am? I'm Mo Howard David.
You can't be Mo Howard. I'm Mo Howard.
There's only one Mo Howard, and that's me, pal. Why, I made my bones when you were going doodle diving.
Oh, a wise guy, eh? How many fingers I got up?
2. Take a closer look. I'm Mo Howard, I tell you.
So, you're Mo Howard, huh?
That's right.
Take it easy, Mo. This guy's crazy.
Shut up, you moron. Now, see here, lame brain.
Hey, who you calling lame brain? Why, I'll have you know I'm a well-respected sportscaster from Paradise.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, for your information, I'm a proctologist.
Says you.
Sure, come here, I'll show you.
Hey! Where do you think you're taking me?
Nah, man, help me drag them back an alley here, you mullet head. All right, get his pants down.
Are you sure, Mo?
I said get his pants down. What, are you going to give me a hard time, too? That's right.
Why you oughta...
Why you oughta...
Why you oughta...
Why you oughta... Why you oughta...
It's 11:17 at 560 WQM. I'm looking at that number and I'm thinking I'm like, better lighten up a little bit, you know what?
Yeah.
Neil picks on him too much, 31, 10.7%. That's, not good. Not good. Even the people that don't like him probably let him think I should just forget about him. Now that we have that 2-hour window of opportunity, don't you think I ought to forget about him?
No.
Put him out of my mind?
No.
Although we are getting a resounding response on that poll, I'll tell you that. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's a call from Tamarack. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir. Buenos dias.
Yep, buenos dias. Incidentally, before you let me go, may I make a suggestion for a poll?
Yeah.
A future one? But can I say something different to begin with about the biography of Mo Howard David that you read on the air? I didn't mind any of it, but for him to call you a, what do you call it?
Howard Stern pretender.
You know what? I gave that man every opportunity in the world to be, you know, for me to consider him decent. He's indecent.
Yeah.
They ought to buy out his stupid ass contract.
Absolutely correct, sir.
No, it'd be in terms of the bean
Okay,
counters.
now just calm down. You're getting a little bit worked up now. You're going to have like a stroke or something. Just calm down.
You're right. But I'm just saying the bean counters would agree to that evaluation.
Wiener Boy will do it. He'll pay it off.
Because that son of
Now, getting back to the poll that you were going to give me. We're always in the market for a good poll.
Okay. What is your favorite euphemism for somebody of Hispanic extraction? And the one
Increíble.
Can I submit mine? Taco bender.
Taco bender's not bad.
You know what?
Guava eating spick, yeah. Okay, well, listen, have a great day, pal. You're just a little incoherent. 5670560. Probably got screwed at the line at Taco Bell. Would be the first one. Probably ordered burrito supreme with no beans and got back 6 hard shell tacos, you know.
With beans.
With beans. No beans on my Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
Right.
As a matter of fact, they're all over the place here.
And they have Pepsi.
And they have Pepsi, not Coke, to which we say,
all right.
Yeah. Because everybody with any taste likes Pepsi a lot more than Coke.
Absolutely.
What about Dr. Pecker?
Yeah.
You don't like Dr. Pecker? What about you, Boner Boy? Of course, why should I ask you? You have bad taste. You don't like it?
He only likes regular Coke.
Yep. Oh, that's right. He likes regular Coke. What Goya should taste, man. That's bad. You know what I really like the best? In other words, if there was one beverage, non-alcoholic, because I'm being diabetic, I can't drink booze anyway, but one beverage that I could drink the rest of my life and never have anything else. Snapple Cran-Apple. Diet Cran-Apple Snapple.
I don't think I've had it.
You never had that?
The Snack-Ackle.
Snapple Diet Cran-Apple. I just mentioned that because they had it yesterday in my supermarket, and I just stocked up a whole bunch. 3. How many do you think I can schlep in here? Do you mean,
30, man.
No, I don't think so.
If you had one of those old lady carts,
like
one of those little wire carts with the wheels there.
Some of the people here have that.
Sure.
Some of the schleppers have that, and they schlep their stuff back and forth. Quite frankly, since it's only me, I don't really need to consume all of that much in one day.
Maybe a wheelbarrow.
That's not a bad idea. Or I could call up and have it all delivered. You know, that's something I should start thinking about.
You should. Publix
Direct,
Direct, they must have that up there, right? Something
they do have it. It's a different name, but all you got to do is get grocery delivery online in Canada or in Toronto, whatever, and they'll be knocking right on my door.
It's a great.
And you never know. I never know who might bring the groceries.
This is true.
Anyway, speaking of that, it's final, says the Sun Sentinel. Joe Stonecrab guilty of discrimination for having male waiters.
Oi!
Teresa Romanella got a phone call Monday morning, meaning yesterday. We won. It's finally over, she said incredulously upon learning the U.S. Supreme Court weighed in on a landmark Miami Beach eatery's 11-year sexual discrimination battle with government workplace regulators. The nation's highest court declined to hear the appeal of Joe Stonecrab, Inc. against the Federal Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which alleged rampant discrimination against women such as Romanello in the restaurant's tradition of hiring male-only servers. Obviously, it's a major disappointment. I'm upset over it, said Stephen Sowitz, Chief Operating Officer, member of the fourth generation to run the legendary restaurant. We know we've never discriminated. The family members behind Joe's were so insistent that they've never discriminated and were so determined to clear their name, they spent more than $1 million in legal fees, nearly 10 times the original fine. By not granting a petition to hear the case, the U.S. Supreme Court let stand lower court rulings against Joe's, which means that 2 of the women who took their complaints to the EEOC in the early 90s finally will get a court-ordered award that was upheld early, pending the lengthy appeal process. Romanello will share over $140,000 along with Catherine Strafford, according to the EEOC. The EEOC. There you go, and we're happy about that because we don't like Joe Stonecrabs on this show at all.
I hate
Now we know that Mad Dog likes Joe Stonecrabs. He probably eats there for free. The Humper loves Joe Stonecrabs because they schmooze with him and schmear each other, and which is it's fine. They're entitled. I mean, Hank, he's into the Rascal House. He's into the Forge, I think, and he's also into Joe Stonecrabs. To each his own. We all acquire our gigantic girth by eating in whatever we like. Just the way it goes. Not trying to tell anybody else what to eat, but we do dislike Joe's intensely because it's a mind thing. Mm-hmm. It's a state of mind. Just like all of the other ones I just mentioned. States of mind. Don't like that kind of crap. Don't like plastic places where you have to smear the maitre d' to get a table, where if they know you, they sit you up front, or if they don't know you, they sit you way in the back room like at that awful place, the Forge.
And the food is merely adequate.
Yeah,
not great.
That's right. The food at the Forge, I wouldn't have fed my dogs even now that both dogs are like sawdust. I wouldn't feed them now. That's how bad it was. At the freaking Forge. Although, of course, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on up in the front room. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Got the Marlin game tonight, baby. They're only one game under 500. Pharrell wants me all excited about that. Am I going to do it? No. Why should I care? Nobody else does. Let's see. We got the Mad Dog at 2. Hank Goldberg at 4, the Humper from 4 to 6:35. 2 hours and 35 minutes of heavy-duty work today, Humper. Start doing them push-ups right now. Marlins on deck, 6:35 to 7:10. The Marlins at the Mets. See, the Marlins got really lucky at this juncture. Because now that they got hot, the schedule, they playing all the cellar dwellers, a lot of games against the Mets and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the Devil Dogs, which you never know. Marlins at the Mets, 7:10 tonight. Eddie K follows the baseball game in Joe and Mark overnight, 2 to 5 a.m., and they would very much like their 5 to 6 hour back, which is what Joe Costello reiterated to me when I was there the other day. I want my 5 to 6 hour back. Also, he was telling me that he and Mo don't have any crossover at 5 a.m. Don't you find that shocking? They used to be so tight. They used to be so close.
Yeah, Joe's bitter because Mo steals his their material every morning.
Yeah. Oh, well, how come you never told us that before?
He didn't?
No.
I thought he did.
I mean, you never did.
Sure I did.
Well, you haven't reminded me often enough lately.
Hey.
So Joe is bitter because whatever they talk about, Mo is coming on away and he steals their material at 5 a.m.
Except he makes it very unfunny.
All the crap you can unwrap. All the slime all the time.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
When is Pharrell replacing Mo?
We'll ask him tomorrow morning.
Mo must go.
Okay, Mo must go. That's the new chant.
Oh!
Mo must go.
Oh!
Mo must go.
Oh!
That's good. I like that. Let's everybody get outside. You know, like, what do we want? When do we want it? You know, that crap. All the protesters always chant the same crap. But Mo must go has got a nice ring to it. Don't you think?
Absolutely correct, sir.
And don't we agree with the basic premise?
Absolutely.
We didn't say go where.
I beg your pardon?
Go where?
Back to Boca. Stay there. Till we give him the all-clear sign, tell him it's the coast is clear and he can come out.
What part of Boca is that?
As a matter of fact, I think you ought to be under house arrest in Boca for wearing that bad hairpiece. Oh, I think it's right off Yamama Road, isn't it? That's what I heard. He's not gonna, I guarantee he wouldn't be too pleased to see that in that story, and I'm sure he's got copies of that story just posted, just plastered all over the walls of his home up there off Yamama Road.
It's the new wallpaper in the bathroom.
Hey, Mo, how's your mama? 26 past 11 at 560 WQM. Speaking of Mo, what a great segue. I got to tell you about two people. Bob Eisenberg on the one hand, Mo Howard David on the other hand. It's like a before and after picture. On the one side, you got a guy who used to look, when we first came to QAM, Bob Eisenberg, so grotesque. He makes Mo look like a fashion plate. He makes Mo look like Tom Brady. That's how bad Bob Eisenberg looked. He was a laughing stock. He had like an orange dead animal on his head. Then he finally heard me talking about Chuck Alfieri, and we embarrassed him into going over there. Yesterday morning, was it yesterday? Yes, it was. Unsolicited, before the show, he's in the studio down there, and he's going on and on, almost to the point of tedium, quite frankly, about Charles Alfieri is the best, and he owes him, that he looks almost human now, and he's right. On the other hand, you got Mo Howard David, who's got a big empty bald spot on top, and he goes on, he steals dead barnyard animals and just splats them on top of his head, and that's his idea of a hairpiece. So the choice is yours. You can look like Bob Eisenberg, and probably a lot better, or like Mo Howard David. Although I can't imagine any worse. The choice is yours. If you want to really look great, all you guys out there with that growing bald spot, Chuck Alfieri, just like Bob Eisenberg said, is where you want to go. And right now, Charlie's offering a summer special hair system for only $549 for first-time customers. If you already have a hair system, you can save 50% on service and repair on all types of hair systems, including shampoo and trim. It's your opportunity to give Charlie a tried and unbeatable price. You got nothing to lose but that glaring, ugly bald spot and that barnyard animal. Charles Alfieri's guarantee to you is this. Try one of his hair systems for 30 days. If you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, if you're not getting hit at least 10, 15, 20 times a day, maybe even
about 30, man,
then he'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. Because it looks like the real thing, like the hair's growing out of your scalp. That's why the natural hairline system is the best in the business. It's the benchmark of the industry. So don't delay. Call Charlie today and change your life forever. Look better and younger than you ever dreamed you could again. 1-800-321-2413. Be sure and tell them old Neil told you to call 1-800-321-2413 or check him out on the website, charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Howard David's a bitch.
Now showing at an all-you-can-eat buffet near you. Too fat, too furious.
What the hell do you mean you're out of fried chicken? You better get your sorry minimum wage ass back here and whip up some more.
See what happens when a lifetime of overindulgence meets with an undersupplied food line.
One plate. I'm only allowed one plate per trip.
But, sir,
Shut up, and bring me a wheelbarrow, damn it.
Too fat, too furious.
And another thing, Missy.
Sir?
This lasagna is a little...
Sir.
My heart.
Sir.
My heart.
Too fat, too furious. How fat do you like it?
11:31, just about like this, at 560 WQM, the Mad Dog at 2. You know, I'm thinking about this weekend that Beaner Boy spent in jail and getting out of jail and his life falling apart. And we didn't change the bedtime stories on there. I mean, he didn't change them all weekend long. And we still had a rousing response on the website.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't care about that, because they're certainly not calling to tell us one way or the other. See what I'm saying?
No, they're not.
Maybe the people who really care about reading such things. Oh, and also MoveOn.org. I was getting very impatient because I thought at 10 o'clock this morning I could vote in the make-believe Democratic primary. And they're supposed to email you once you register. So I got on there and I clicked the thing. Well, just hold your horses, okay? We haven't sent your email yet. We'll get around to you. It's basically what they say. So now I look on there on their website and it says you have till 11:59 tomorrow night. Wednesday, 11:59. So you'll get your email back when they're good and ready, because they've got evidently hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people that are going to be voting in this mock Democratic primary. I'm voting for Bob Graham, I say very proudly. Florida's own, with the BDIs and all. How do you like that? Makes me think of that.
Me too.
Makes me think of that gun story at WNWS. I've told you that too many times. That I interviewed him. He's sitting right across the table. I had that briefcase with 2 guns in it. That was back right after the Mariel boat lift. And Jerry Wichner talked me into getting a little protection there at that time. And the security came in the building before the governor, and they walked from one room to the other. They came in the studio, smiled, looked around, And here I'm sitting across from the governor. I got 2 loaded guns in my briefcase.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little scary?
Well, it was the Florida governor, right?
The only thing he pissed me off about was this thing with casino gambling. But then again, he was the governor of Florida. What do you expect? 101 people in this audience on our poll say Mo Howard David is an asshole. That's bad. I want you to repeat after me, okay? Say it.
He's an asshole.
Mo Howard David.
He's an asshole.
Mo Howard David.
He's an asshole.
Absolutely.
Mo Howard David.
He's an asshole.
Absolutely.
Okay. Or Mo must go. You can go outside and start chanting now. Mo must go. Mo must go. Pounding on the counter. You got a counter outside?
Inside.
Get one. He's a total asshole, 101. He's alienated just about everyone, 66. His talk show blows, 60. I wonder if Geldy voted that. Who's Mo Howard David at 59? Neil picks on him too much, 35. That's 10%. A nice even 10%. He does great play-by-play, 16. And he's a great talent, 12.
All right.
See, that's moving up there, Mo. I told you, just be patient. Once they let all them geriatric people get over there and use the computer, or type it in for them. Isn't that how it works? Don't forget.
He's an asshole.
5670560. Our poll question on the phone is what about our website, the Bedtime Stories? Anybody read them?
No.
Don't look like it. It's a lot of expended effort there, and maybe for not much of a return. We'll find out. What the hell does that say? Hi, Aaliyah. What does that mean? Here's Hi, Aaliyah. Hello.
Can we talk about your pool?
Oh, that's the same asshole from yesterday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, how about your pocket pool, which is what you sound like you're playing right now, asshole? That's the same guy. Retire. And what's the other one? What's the other one? Oh, he's also the whispering guy.
No, that's a different guy.
What we can talk about is you at the bottom of my pool, okay, is what we ought to talk about.
I paid
nice and full right now would be a real good time. You at the bottom of the pool sounds excellent to me. 5670560. And again, stop and think about this. Everybody who's listening to the sound of my voice right now, I keep reminding you of this because it's hysterical. Stop and think about this crowd. They're there every single minute of every day, including when George is on, including when Beaner Boy is playing comedy bits or whatever he's doing, picking his nose. They're there every minute of every day. They wouldn't miss it for all the money in the world, for love or money.
No, they would explode.
But it's the South Florida, and I'm not saying it's an exclusive to South Florida, but we sure have a disproportionate amount in South Florida.
This has to be the capital.
It's the capital of that asshole right there. So maybe we could put like a whole bunch of them at the bottom of my pool. It's pretty big. It's got room for a whole bunch of those guys.
Let's take a poll about your pool as to how many will fit.
567.
About 30, man.
0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We're expecting something a little bit better today, sir. Couldn't get it up. Here's Marathon. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I've been enjoying your show. I've been listening to the morning program for quite a while now. Is there any chance we can get Defoe to come back?
No.
Where is he now?
He's on, I don't even know what the frequency is, on JNA or JNO. I don't know what the number is. 850?
Mo must go.
Mo must go. Just shout it out your window, man. Just like a network. Roll down a window and yell out, Mo must go, as loud as you can. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT. That's probably a Mo shuffleboard partner keeps calling all pissed off every day. Think? What are you laughing about?
Shuffleboard.
And now, what was the message you typed there on the screen about the Haya police effing? What was that?
I don't type.
No, I'm talking about Beaner Boy. The pool guy, the Chronic.
Something from within me came out, when the guy said he was from Hialeah, I started getting flashbacks about all the Hialeah police and how well I was treated over
Oh, well,
there.
he's not from Hialeah anyway.
Oh.
That was just to try to throw you off the scent.
I see.
You know, he's out there with his pocket pool right now. He's got his hand out to his knee, searching for it.
I see.
Here's Miami. Hello. Miami. Hello.
Hello, hey, this is
Yes,
Tom.
sir.
I'm northbound 95.
All right.
I was looking
Turn
to
that
go,
radio off, sir. Turn the radio down.
Yeah, I know. Hey, northbound 95 mobile. I just wanted to get a request song, see if you can play it. Maybe 100 years gone by.
Okay, sounds excellent to me.
I haven't heard it in a long time.
Kill
long
some
time.
fantastic time. Okay, in a few minutes you'll have it, Pally.
All right, thanks a lot.
Drive safe. There's a good guy. He's in a
Right.
good mood. He's driving, of course, he's going north on 95, so he ought to be a good mood if he just keeps on going.
Good request, about 100 years long.
Right, that's the kind we like. Kill some good time. It's the summertime. We've been doing okay, actually, this,
Sure.
whatever.
Painless.
Not, huh?
Sort of.
Sort of, kind of. I mean, it's disappointing to me that we can't get one goddamn call about the bedtime stories on our website. Just one. I realize that it would set a precedent that somebody would actually respond to something that I asked or said on the air, because we just don't play that game in South Florida. You know, we got our own agenda. But it would be nice with all the effort that Beaner Boy does, and of course us being frantic. I mean, next time he gets busted and he's in a slammer, we won't care because we won't need him for the bedtime stories, right?
Right. We'll just send him to Eric.
No, there won't be any. Is what you're missing the point. There won't
No,
be
I
any
got
if
it.
they don't care about them. They're going to have to. We don't have to send them to Eric. I still don't have my stats page yet. Fat Eric. He's up there shoveling goddamn Taco Bell down his puss right now. In fact, maybe he's going to go to take his lovely wife and go to Chevy's with Michael Jackson. Now, maybe I'm a little presumptuous here. Let me check my stats one more time here on my... No, same crap. 6 p.m. last night. I understand it's not his fault. Nothing is ever his fault. The whole world is out of step, and Eric is just... He's, doing the best he can under very difficult circumstances. So let's see. We're going to play 100 Years Gone By. How many times are we going to play it?
About 30, man.
That should take us right up till 2 o'clock.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAQAM.
A long, long time ago, it was 1900, and Jesse Helms was just a lad of 9. And no one knew what was in store. Just ended the Spanish-American War, so they partied like it was 1899. There were events that made you shiver, but there were times we did deliver a promise that was kept with that famous one small step. I can't remember each event or everything that man did invent. A century we will present, and this is how it went. My, how the time it did fly. Since it started, some departed, many tears we did cry. For the century, it's time that we say goodbye. It all happened in the blink of an eye. 100 years have gone by. It all started when two guys were right, when they put an airplane into flight. And the start of radio. Sigmund Freud had his mom to thank, and quantum theory and Max Planck and the Titanic. That story we all know.
Absolutely.
Well, World War I, it soon began with shooting Archduke Francis Ferdinand. Millions died from the flu. Plastic, it was brand new. And then Russia had its revolution. Panama connected both of the oceans. Monopolies we won't see again. 100 years gone by. And we were singing my, how the time it did fly. Since it started, some departed, many tears we did cry. For the century, it's time that we say goodbye. It all happened in the blink of an eye. 100 years have gone by. Albert had his relativity. They mass-produced the new Model T, and Lindbergh landed near Paris. Then some moldy bread gave penicillin, Wall Street, and the Great Depression, and women would vote like you and me. And Germany's chancellor was sworn in, and World War II would soon begin. Made Europe sovereign land. The Project Manhattan, evolution trial in Tennessee. We caught a first look at TV, then the day that lives in infamy. 100 years gone by. And we were singing, my, how the time it did fly. Since it started, some departed, many tears we did cry. For the century, it's time that we say goodbye. It all happened in the blink of an eye. 100 years have gone by. Franklin, Winston, they will soon be winning, starting with the D-Day invasion. But at what an appalling cost. In Russia, no one did defrost. In Germany, they finally lost. Discovered the horrors of the Holocaust. Fat man, little boy, Enola Gay changed the whole world on that very day. NATO had just begun, and China ruled by Mao Zedong. The first player in baseball that was black. Israel got their homeland back. Massachusetts elected Jack. 100 years gone by. And we were singing, my, how the time it did fly. Since it started, some departed, many tears we did cry. For the century, it's time that we say goodbye. It all happened in the blink of an eye. 100 years have gone by. Separate but equal made such a fuss. Rosa too tired went on the bus. Polio cured with a vaccine. Then Russia scared us big time with Sputnik. Our troops into Korea quick. Discovered the double helix scheme. Oh, JFK left us way too soon, but promised to get us all to the moon. Yuri is first in space. Yeah, the pill we did embrace. And the French of 7 climbed into the night. Cuba's missiles gave us quite a fright. Southeast Asia is on new fight. 100 years gone by. And we were singing, my, how the years they did fly. Since it started, some departed, many tears we did cry. For the century, it's time that we say goodbye. It all happened in the blink of an eye. 100 years have gone by. Neil's giant step was the big news. Roe vs. Wade gave women right to choose. Nixon resigns about Watergate. Got the troops out of Vietnam. Had hostages taken by Iran. And a virus made us too scared to go date. A test tube babies held aloft. Some guy named Bill started Microsoft. Chernobyl explosion. The Berlin Wall gets broken. The USSR says goodbye. Some students in China, they did try. 7 died in the Florida sky. 100 years gone by. And they were singing, my, how the time it did fly. Since it started, some departed, many tears we did cry. For the century, it's time that we say goodbye. It all happened in the blink of an eye. 100 years have gone by. We were singing, my, how the time it did fly. Since it started, some departed, many tears we did cry. For the century, it's time that we say goodbye, 'cause 100 years have gone by.
Absolutely.
10 till noon. Thanks for requesting that. It's a good bit, and it takes a long time. And it also gave me a chance to read this thing you just faxed me about what spies beneath.
Yeah.
You didn't read it?
No.
Am I interrupting something there? Is there something going on there that I should know
on
about?
The other side
Is
of the
there
room.
somebody standing there with an Uzi pointed at Beaner Boy's head? Is Mo yanking off his wig in the hallway and storming up and down like a penitent child?
No, I read it what I could. There's this line through it.
But I can. How come I can read it? You're sending me a fax, which is a second generation. You better get your eyes checked, mister. I think you're cockeyed or something.
Maybe your machine fixed it.
Could be. I got a better one than you got, and the machine too. What spies beneath? Now, Boner Boy would be interested in this, especially since we're getting such a rousing response on our website. Have you checked your PC for spyware lately? National security could be at stake. Your privacy, too, writes Chris Taylor in Time Magazine.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Gator.
Absolutely.
Gator is one of the main culprits. They were getting sued by everybody.
Well, can I read this first before you ejaculate? Chances are you haven't read the Bush administration's national strategy to secure cyberspace since it weighs a hefty 65 pages. Who can blame you? Still, a surprising amount of the draft report is aimed at home computer owners. Here's the gist. I can't say that. Only Pharrell can say that. Here's the gist. The more dependent we become on the Internet, the more damage can be done by taking down large portions of it, and it doesn't take a criminal genius to realize that PC users, with their increasingly high-speed communications or connections and low-grade security setups, are the easiest on-ramp for any kind of attack. Though the report doesn't tap terror groups by name, the implication is clear. If you don't practice good PC hygiene now, Al-Qaeda or some organization like it could one day hijack your hard drive. This is not just Homeland Security hype. In 2001, viruses and other malicious code caused $12 billion worth of damage to the U.S. economy with the aid of, you're right, I can't read this, aid of unsuspecting users. How to stop that from happening? Most of the suggestions in the cybersecurity report are pretty familiar. Don't open strange email attachments. Do install a firewall. Choose passwords that aren't easy to crack, like Schmagegi. But here's one important security measure the report failed to mention. Check your hard drive for spyware. Spyware of any kind of program installed on your computer without your consent to gather information about you or your organization. A typical piece of spyware will watch over your shoulder while you browse the web, record your mouse clicks, and broadcast all that information back to another computer, ostensibly for marketing purposes. It's part of a class of increasingly superstitious software that includes... did I say superstitious and surreptitious? Well, same thing. Surreptitious software that includes adware, which serves up commercials you didn't ask for, as if pop-up ads weren't enough. Stealware, which leeches sales commissions away from small websites and affiliate programs. And scumware, which alters the origin of links on a web page so that, for example, an innocent news headline will direct you to a porn site. How does this stuff get out of your machine? Most often it hides behind other software as you download it. If you're a heavy user of post-Napster file-sharing programs like Morpheus or Kazaa, both known distributors of spyware, you're probably already infected. You hear that, Beaner Boy? You're probably infected.
No, I know. I go to different people's computers and clean those things out.
You're probably infected. And Corso was worried about me? I think you need to be in quarantine. Sometimes spyware masquerades as cookies, those little files websites leave on your computer so you don't have to type your name and password every time you visit. Once on your PC, spyware can sequester itself deep inside your operating system in what are called registry files. Antivirus software won't spot it because it looks like something you chose to install. Luckily, it's easy to check your computer for spyware. If you own a Windows machine, just go to lavasoftusa.com and download a free utility called AdAware. Oh, didn't you have me do that?
Yep.
It sucks.
Well, actually, this is what I was trying to explain to you. This is more what it's used for than the other thing. It's more used for spyware than pop-up ads.
Well, I'm going to click on that thing any minute now. I'm going to go over and click it. Install AdAware. Just go to lavasoftusa.com. Install it, hit the scan button, and be prepared for a shock. Mac owners can try spring cleaning, which is $50 from Aladdin Systems. I consider my PC, he says, to be pretty well protected, virus-free and firewalled, yet the first time I ran AdAware, it spent 15 minutes turning up and removing a dozen nasty little programs with names like Jupiter Toolbar, Gator Trickler, and Bargains, etc. And when I ran it again a few weeks later, 5 more pieces of spyware showed up. SpyChecker.com runs a handy database that lists more than 1,000 of these programs and tells you what each one does. SpywareInfo.com and CounterX Exploitation are also hot on the spyware trail. But this kind of malicious code is proliferating faster than it can be cataloged, so there's often no telling how a particular program is being used, what kind of sensitive information it's broadcasting, or what other programs it might have secretly installed in your machine. If .coms can slip this stuff past our defenses, just imagine what a terrorist could do. None of this stuff is good for your privacy. Clean it out, and you'll instantly feel more secure. You might even feel a little patriotic. How do you like that, huh? When in doubt, clean it out. Now, how come, like on my computer back home down there,
yeah,
the last couple of months, that thing pops up these, I mean, just zillions of them, just one after the other. And they look like, you know, they're this big square things that look like official, like a Microsoft kind of a thing.
Sure.
And if you want to eliminate these, click here, because God only knows how many.
Don't click there.
Huh?
Don't click there.
No, I never do.
They'll trick you.
What do you mean by that?
They'll tell you to click here. They'll make it look like that's the way you close it, and
right.
Instead it'll install it.
Right.
And then what?
And then
your life is over.
Exactly.
Click on the X always.
Oh, I always do.
Yeah.
But I mean, just here I don't get any of those. Why is that? I get a zillion pop-up ads.
I don't know. Canada?
Must be Canadian. Maybe they haven't got to us yet.
They'll get there.
Oh, they're on their way. Right across the border, you can smell them.
They have Vez.
So evidently, it's a good idea to stay off your computer, Beanie Boy. Just stay the hell off of it. In fact, probably throw it in the bottom of the pool with that one guy.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
This is Howard David. When I take my Feldine, I listen to the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour. Not George, because he's stupid.
She's not crying, still denying, but she's not smiling. Martha, step down, and she can go to jail, unless the big shot lawyers can prevail. Martha, step down, and she can go to jail, have her going on a business sale. Martha, step down, said it was time to go, as Omni Media CEO. Martha, step down, now show her time to sew, and do the Truman Easy TV show. If she gets put away, what will she have to say?
I didn't do the crime, so I don't do the time. You put me in a cell, then you can go to hell. I'll make the best of my time in my jumpsuit and teach the other girls how to make wax fruit.
Miss Good, don't cry, just say goodbye, 'cause you will try. Martha, step down, they booked her like a thug, and took some pictures of her busy mug. Martha, step down, her lying like a rug, now they're gonna squish her like a bug. Martha, step down, and she can go to jail, unless the big shot lawyers can prevail. Martha, step down, and she can go to jail, have her going out of business sale.
Absolutely.
1201 at 560 WQM. Happy Tuesday to you from all your paisans at QAM, where our specialty is
all the crap you can unwrap, all the slime, all the time.
Thanks, Mo. Here's a fax that says the pictures on your website are too much. You can usually tell who the bottom is with gay couples, but I think the Beast and Clarence are versatile. They do the old flip-flop. I don't think so. If you take a close look at Clarence's puss, it don't have to be that close either. Anyways, it was great to hear last week ripping people, it says. They were actually around you. Now, what is this? The chronic faxer caller about how angry you get toward caller. Oh, this must be some chronic, huh?
Well, you know the Beast says he only receives.
I'm already past that. I'm moving on here to the rest of this fax. It says, now I listen, I have to kind of agree with the chronic faxer caller about how angry you get toward callers or faxers who, like he said, are just fans who want to be a part of the show. Now the asshole callers, cranks, and hate faxers are different from us fans who really love you, so think about it, Neil. This is the same asshole, okay? Same asshole. Signed Porcelain Bidet. Where he probably spends a lot of his time.
What other kind is there?
Now, what is this thing here? Stopzilla, the ultimate pop-up killer. It says, try it for free. It looks like, whose handwriting is that? Doesn't that look like Rich Factor?
Somebody. Carlos says it's not all it's cracked up to be, but I thought I would forward it along.
It's not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, like adware?
Something like that.
Pop-up ads are a lot harder to kill than spyware because pop-up ads can be inserted into the websites that you're opening. So I mean, there's.
I'm clicking my adware right now, okay, mister? There you go. Scan now. I'm just clicked it, okay? And let's see what kind of crap it comes up with. Comes spewing out of my damn computer, okay? Oh, my God. Loaded with crap.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'll just set this aside, okay? I mean, how much am I going to potchkey around with this computer? But the one down there now, have you also got the ones that I'm talking about? The big messages that are like zillions of them, nonstop.
Not lately.
Really?
I'm not going to the same places, you know. I'm going to
No, but if you
sites
just
mostly.
leave, for example, if I just leave the computer sitting there on my web page, if you go away for a couple of hours and come back in, there'd be like a dozen of them.
No.
Oh, yes.
XP has a way of, I'll find out how it is for you, but XP has a way of minimizing that.
They have vase.
We have vase?
Stop it.
Oy vey. Well, I'm scanning, but it's stopped there. It's examining the files, and it stopped. It must have found something really mysterious and nasty in there. Look at that on adware. You got adware in yours? It's in the one down there, I do believe. Oh, did I put it in there when we got the new computer or not? I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Okay, let's see. Is it finished? It's finished. Now, doesn't it usually tell you what it found? Huh?
Carlos.
Beaner Boy, doesn't it usually tell you we found this and we found that? It just, I don't know.
Yeah, it usually does. It usually says it found Gator Software Corporation, things like that.
No, I scanned it and it went through and, wait a minute, I did it. It's okay. Whatever was in there, it's all gone. Nice and clean. Cool. It says it's as clean as, the beast's ass.
Yuck.
Which ain't saying too much. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon. How do we get computer intensive here all of a sudden?
That article.
Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
how are you?
Great.
Neil, let me ask you a question about the radio station.
About what radio station is that?
560.
WQAM?
You got it.
Your sleaze and the squeeze station?
You got it.
Okay.
Listen, I guess is when they brought Scott Farrell in, I guess the whole idea was to bring him in, give him a little time slot, 2 hours, waiting for Mo Howard David's show, which I think he's got 22 months left to go on his contract.
Yeah.
And then I guess not renew it, and then give the 4-hour show to Scott Farrell. Is that the whole idea?
Yeah, if they can't get demo out first, that would be what I would assume, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to know.
I guess they're thinking one or two things will happen. Either Mo will one of several things. Mo will expire. He'll finally just get up and walk out fed up. Huh?
Mo will expire.
Or Farrell will, get in so much trouble that they'll have to fire his ass. I mean, any of those things are possible. So we have kind of like a mix and match, slide it in, pull it out, kind of a morning show.
I got you. Can I have a shameless request?
I'll think about it.
That Dolphin fight song in honor of the upcoming football season. You know, the spoof.
The Buffalo Bill song.
No. The one is the Miami Dolphin fight song.
Oh, the Dolphins suck song?
Yeah.
Okay, man. You got it.
Thank you.
See ya. He's got it. He's trying to get rid of it, but he's got it. Dolphins fight song by KJ. That's a winner. We like that a lot. A lot. Especially those of us who despise the Dolphins like poison. Hey, don't take it personal, Brian Greasy, okay? It's not personal. Here's a lady in Hialeah. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you? ¿Cómo estás,
Great.
mi amor? Neil, I just wanted to, because I was listening, and this weird fool guy called. He's not from Hialeah. Yo sí soy de Hialeah.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see if you can let me say something to my husband, because I know he's listening, okay? And he really pissed me off yesterday. Can I please tell him something in Spanish?
Okay. Oh, no, if it's going to be gross, I can't put it on the
No,
air.
it's not. It's not going to be gross.
Oh,
I
it's going to
promise.
be filthy.
Okay? Willy, me cago en ti porque reventaste la botella de Perrier en el congelador ayer. Increíble. Thank you, Neil.
Okay, sweetheart. Hasta que es midas. Okay, see ya. What'd she say? Something about stick some Perrier up your ass?
He broke a bottle of Perrier over her head, and she's real sore about it.
I'll be damned. 56705. Those people in Hialeah, man, they sure got some issues. You know what? Look how clean and beautiful my computer is now that I ran that Adaware.
Attaboy.
Quick question. Have you been updating your Adaware?
Meaning what? No, I have not. I have never changed anything.
Because there is an option on Adaware to update the database so it knows.
Yeah, I know that. So I should do that?
Yeah, you should definitely do that so that way new
I still
companies
want to know
come.
about all those things popping up on my computer implantation. What the hell are those? You're telling me you don't get those?
No.
I mean, like an epidemic of those damn things, and it's like a threat. If you don't install this, you're never going to get rid of these things, and if you don't pay us $5,000, you'll never get these things to go away. And they just like a wild bunch of crap. And they all basically say pretty much the same thing. If you want to get rid of these messages, click OK,
Oh, yeah, right. And then you do that, and then they sent you on a wild goose chase all over the place.
Which of these statements about Mo Howard David did you believe most strongly, we're asking? 452 votes. It's only noon. We have 452 votes, Boner Boy. He's a total asshole, 138. Who's Mo Howard David is moving into second place, 84. Even in spite of my reading that very, very outstanding, brilliantly written article in the Boca Daily News Press Times Free Press. Who's Mo Howard David at 84? He's alienated just about everyone, 83. His talk show blows, 75. Neil picks on him too much, 38. That's down to 8.4%. Now I feel better. Don't you feel a little bit less guilty?
No.
He does great play-by-play, 21, and he's a great talent, 13. So if you add those last two together, you got like 7.4%. Not too strong, Mo. Not too strong.
No.
Here's a call from Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
Peachy. Those messages that you get on your computer,
Yeah.
I used to get them all the time myself, and I contacted Microsoft, and there's a way to turn those off. Do you have XP on your computer?
You have what?
Windows XP?
Yeah.
Okay. You basically you go to run on your computer from the start.
Yeah.
You go to run, and then you type in services.mcs,
Yeah.
and that'll bring up a menu and list all kinds of services that are running on your computer. You go to Messenger Services and double-click on that,
Yeah.
and then that'll bring up some tabs, and one of the tabs is the Start feature. You disable that, and there's a button under that that says that you change to Stop. And then you...
I'm going to have Beaner Boy go to the house and take care of that. He's got it.
And then when you do that, then you hit apply and close it, and they'll never show up again. It's a
Great.
beautiful thing.
I appreciate it very much. You have no idea how... Well, I guess you do have an idea how annoying
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
80 zillion of them. Okay,
All
thanks
right,
a lot,
yeah.
pal. Thanks.
You bet.
Here's the good news. Get rid of it. When in doubt, get it out of there. I mean, we finally get something great. We have our PCs, our own nice little computer. We're in touch with the entire universe, but no, they still can't leave us alone. It's not bad enough that they're ringing our phone off the hook like 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, Sunday, Saturday, Rosh Hashanah, Easter Sunday. Every goddamn day they're soliciting us. They're bugging the crap out of us in the privacy of our home. That's not bad enough. But now on your PC, 85 trillion messages, and of course when you go to certain websites, like certain of the newspaper websites, which I have to do every day, when you go to certain ones, they, like the Washington Post is a bad one. In fact, even before the Washington Post pops up, first there's a thing on there, you have to eliminate it. You have to get out of it. Otherwise you have to watch an ad before you go to their newspaper, their front page. What kind of crap is that?
Salon.com, LA Times, both of those do the same crap.
And there's some of them that if you click on their website, they're like 75 different ads pop up that you have to get rid of before you see the, 2 sentences of information, hopefully, that you were looking for. 11 minutes past noon at 560 WQAM. I want to tell you that Barbecues Galore carries the biggest range of Weber grills and accessories in the universe. A great place, especially during these hot, sultry, sweaty summer days. Starting with the Weber Smoky Joe Portable Charcoal Grill, it's priced at under $28. The perfect grill for any July 4th picnic or any picnic anytime. And nobody can beat Barbecues Galore's incredible selection of top-quality grills. They carry a full line of grills. A lot of them, by the way, you won't find anyplace else, including Weber, Viking, Jenn-Air, Broilmate, lots of exclusive grills like the Turbo Barbecue Chef Cook-On and Captain Cook, all at the guaranteed lowest prices anywheres. Right now at Barbecues Galore, take advantage of no payment, same as cash financing, until January 2004 on approved credit. This week, take home the amazing 3-burner Cook-On grill, a Barbecues Galore exclusive. This one comes with a host of great features, normally only found on more expensive grills, like 42,000 powerful BTUs, porcelain-coated cast iron burners and cooking grills, and a generous 625 square-inch cooking area. It's huge. You won't find another grill like it for the price, now just $349, and you'll only find it at Barbecues Galore. Again, perfect for your July 4 cookout. And don't forget, Barbecues Galore is America's best barbecue store with stores in Plantation and University Drive and a Fountain Shopping Center. Call 954-423-1400 and Coral Springs on the corner of Sample and Rock Island Roads. Call them there at 954-757-6668. Everything you need for barbecuing, all the top brands, unbeatable prices waiting for you at Barbecues Galore.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Miami has the Dolphins, they're the worst football team. They flub the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're on the ground, that's where they'll stay. They're never in control.
No.
And when you say Miami, you're talking toilet bowl, 'cause they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league?
32.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Don't bet on them, you'll always lose. They don't know how to tackle. They don't know how to block. Their coaches ought to tell them to put Bengay in their jocks. Then they would run much faster, and even in defeat. When we go to the stadium, we'll see Miami Heat, and they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league?
About 30, man.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. The team that hasn't got a clue. Miami has the Dolphins, but the Dolphins have no fans. Just 50,000 assholes sitting in the stands. They watch the game and all they do is moan and gripe and bitch. I wonder how Joe Robbie got to be so goddamn rich. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league?
32.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. I hear the crowd begin to boo. The Dolphins have Jay Fiedler. That quarterback's a Jew. Run down the field and he will throw a pass over you. He'll never win a Super Bowl. You shouldn't be surprised. When he gets cut, that doesn't mean that he was circumcised. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. How many teams in the league?
32.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Jay calls his signals in Hebrew. The Dolphins have no defense and their offense is a joke. Like George Bush eating pretzels, you know they're gonna choke. They'll always disappoint you when they're in a playoff race, with fewer points than pockmarks on Huizinga's ugly face. And they're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number. Oh, what the hell, 32. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Now they're through.
Absolutely.
12:19. Look at that. Just as I said that, the little hand moved another notch. Boy, this stuff you're sending me now is could just blow the lid right off of somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm going to save this for a rainy day. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got to tease it a little.
I will tease it a little. See, you're so wound up, you don't even give me a chance to say what it is. Boy, you're out of control. Is he like bouncing off the ceiling there or what? Oh. What is this? What's this other thing? Oh yeah, Roger Nielsen died. I forgot to mention that yesterday, which I apologize for that. Saturday, which of course was the day for the NHL draft, Saturday morning, Roger Nielsen died after a long battle with cancer. He was the Panthers' first coach, and a good guy. Everybody liked Roger. Little bizarre, but then aren't we all? But anyway, he was loved by everybody in hockey. He died. He was 69. Long battle with cancer, and he finally died Saturday morning. Kind of cast a pall over the proceedings on Saturday. So anyway, this thing that I've got, let's see, can you please repeat the... Yeah, right. Can you please repeat the instructions given to remove pop-ups when you have Windows in your PC?
We'll rewind the tape.
No, seriously, listen to me. Beaner Boy needs to put this on our website, on our webpage.
The destructions?
The weapons of destruction.
It shall be done.
Yeah, seriously. So then we can go step by step, because of what? Yeah, Mike faxes me and he says the reason you get all those pop-ups is because your Microsoft Messenger program is on at the startup. Stop using that program. Get someone who knows a lot about computers to tell you how to disable that in your startup. And isn't that what the other guy was saying?
What?
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. So put the instructions on our webpage when you get around to it, like definitely within the next couple of hours or else. And then we won't have to get these because I mean, those of us who are getting those things, I don't get them here, but boy, down at home it is just one after another, and you're just getting tired of clicking on it. I mean, it's not a lot of work, but Christ almighty, when does it stop? Huh? And the nature of the message is like, well, you know, unless you press OK here, you're going to get these for the next 50 years, you know, like a threat. Now here, this other page that you faxed is from the Palm Beach County Appraiser. And it's on a house. Would you try to calm yourself down just a little bit?
I'm not doing anything.
The hell you're not. You're bursting. You're bursting at the seams. I can smell it, okay? And you want to know why?
He's stupid.
Yeah. It's a, what would you call this?
A building permit. Or something.
No, it's not a building permit. It's like the history of because it was built in 1990, that house.
Right.
But it's got a list of it. Look at how much this guy paid for this house. Wow. Whoa. And look at the assessed value. It was a lot less than what he paid for it. Anyway, the name on the owner information is Howard Davided at an address in Boca. I have the address right here. And it's got how much it sold for, August of 2001, which is, I guess, when he bought the house. And then December of 92. And so I'm saving this page for a rainy day. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not giving this information on the air because that would be bad. It would certainly get
wrong.
somebody
It would be very wrong.
Psychotic. And we don't want to be doing that.
I can't stop.
I know. It would be bad.
Absolutely.
Anyway, our poll question today on NeilRogers.com, which we will have that information for you, trust me. And by the way, nice going. Eric got that thing straightened out on my stats page. Thank you, Eric. You know, he had so few problems before Beaner Boy came along, and basically that's because he paid no attention to our website except for the poll. But anyway, now that we're trying to make like a good website, now he's got all of this burden of all of this other stuff, and my bugging him about the stats page. I'm a stickler for that stuff, you know what I mean? I'm a student. 507 votes already. Aren't you impressed, Boner?
Unbelievably impressed.
No, you're not. You're just happy to be on the outside.
True.
Which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you believe most strongly? 507. He's a total asshole, 154. 154, over 30%. Think Mo's an asshole. That's nasty. Although I did vote for that. He's alienated just about everyone, 94.
Absolutely correct.
Who's Mo Howard Davided? 90. His talk show blows, 87. Neil picks on him too much, 44. That's 8.6%. He does great play-by-play, 23, 4.5%. He's a great talent, 16.
Oh!
3.1%. Great talent. How do you like that? And he lives at Boca. Now, where am I going to put this so I don't lose this? I'll put it over here with my really special stuff.
Don't worry, I'll keep my copy.
Way off to the side. Oh, yeah, with my save forever stuff. Save for a rainy day. Save for a really auspicious moment. And the most interesting part of it is it's a townhouse/villa. It's not a house. It's a townhouse/villa. Well, what does he need for him and his wife and his dog? Don't need a big house, right? I ought to see what he paid for it, though. 5670560.
Wow,
now,
that's
you know
a lot.
You know that call on line 9 that says Fort Lauderdale. You know it's, here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Is the Hot Couples contest over?
The last one is over. The new one is starting, like, as of now.
You mean number 3 is over?
Right.
Oh, okay, because I was noticing that it disappeared from your web page when you click on it. It's
Yeah,
blank
it ended
page
yesterday morning at 10 o'clock.
now. Okay, and I assume that Gorgeous Liz won?
Right.
When I saw her
Frank and
picture,
Liz.
I knew.
Frank and Liz won by a landslide.
As soon as I saw that picture of her, I knew you had a winner right there the first day.
And then you were right.
Also, talking about yesterday's poll, I am totally hot for Belky's Naray.
Really?
I think there's something about that butch haircut that really does it for me. She's got that thing that the bird used to call boyish and goyish.
Yeah.
It just drives me wild.
Phoebe Cates wannabe, if you ask me.
I mean, she makes Phoebe Cates look like Anna Nicole Smith, you know?
And Anna Marie Alberghetti, right. Thanks a lot, Pally.
Thanks, Neil.
And don't get too many spilkies.
Okay.
He's got spilkies over Belkies. Well, somebody's got to like her, wouldn't you think?
No.
He does. Well, look at that Mo pole, man. The Mo pole it's like climbing up the old, Mo is climbing up the maypole. Do they still do that? Do they have a May? What is that all about? I just vaguely remember
May
that.
1st, it's a pagan ceremony. Some people observe it, some people don't.
But you climb up it?
It's for fun. No, you run around it with ribbons and wrap it with ribbons.
You can't climb up on top of it?
Oh, you could, but that's not what is done.
Probably fall down on your
rectum.
No, they do have greased poles.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they still
That's
do
probably
that.
the kind Clarence is looking for.
At the fair.
You run around the maypole. I remember something. I also remember Mapeline cake. I had an aunt on my father's side. Of course, my whole father's side of the family were obnoxious. Not to say my mother's side is all that great, but and what the hell was her name? Her name was Gussie. You believe I can remember that?
Wow.
Aunt Gussie, and the only thing I remember about her, first, she was nasty looking, and secondly, she was kind of like Grace on Passions, who makes that great tomato soup cake. She made Mapeline cake. It was actually good. Is that a memory or what?
Like maple bars were big in the Northwest.
Mapeline cake. What a memory. That's at least 100 years ago.
About 30, man.
A lot more than that. Double it. 12:26 at 560 WQM. It's the Jim Mandich Mad Dog warm-up show today. Hank is doing a Marlins pregame. Hank is on from 4 to 6:35. Marlins at the Mets tonight. Any interest?
No.
Come on. Let's get with it. Get with the program. I want to tell you a program you ought to get with, and that's a pig out at the Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet. You can go there with like a little appetite, have a little nosh, or you can go there with a gigantic appetite, which is the best idea, because you walk in the door and there's a sea of food. You walk in, you say, see? Look at all of that. You don't know where the hell to start. I'll tell you, start with maybe one of their 6 different soups, or more than one, 2 or 3 or all of them, and sample dozens and zillions of succulent entrees.
About 30, man.
Including New York strip made to order at the Gourmet. You notice how I'm like just leaning on those?
Yeah,
heavy duty.
lean some more.
Okay.
About 30, man.
New York strip made to order at the Gourmet Center, a sizzling Asian grill with grilled shrimp scampi style.
Absolutely.
Jumbo scallops wrapped in bacon and a new seafood Saint Jacques. And if that isn't enough, there's lots more. Try their Dungeness crab and ginger and scallions, hand-carved prime rib cooked the way you like it, plus the brand new Oriental chicken salad. And keep in mind, only the finest ingredients used in all the good stuff at Emerald Coast. No MSG, no cornstarch, and they never use any cholesterol oil, only cholesterol-free oils in all the cooking. Their buffet features a full salad bar, a sushi bar, fresh shrimp cocktail too, and a gigantic dessert station featuring pies and cakes, pastries, ice cream with all your favorite toppings, fresh fruit too. You'll have to pace yourself, but it'll well be worth the 5, 10, 15 hours you spend in there. Emerald Coast and Sunrise, you find them on Pine Island at 44th Street. They're on Collins Avenue, just north of 163rd in North Miami Beach, and at the intersection of Pembroke and Flamingo Roads in Pembroke Pines. Take the whole family. Take the whole bunch of the gang. Book your next business lunch in there, too. All size parties welcome. Let the great folks at the Emerald Coast do the cooking for you and give you a real feast. Takeout and delivery always available, too. Call 954-572-3822. 954-572-3822 on the fabulous Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years. Nothing works here. I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years. I hate this place. Nothing works here.
Tired of a stable operating system? Buy a new computer with Windows XP from Microsoft. Now with oversized icons that'll make your desktop resemble a Fisher-Price BusyBox toy. And memory-absorbing cartoons for every function.
Look at the doggy. Hello, little doggy. Will you fetch a bottle for me?
Watch in stunned amazement as your monitor loads colorful graphics every time you reboot after a crash.
Wow.
And speaking of cartoons, you idiots will love the wide array of new happy faces now available in MSN chat rooms.
Hi, I'm a very legal lesbian. Oh no, Star Trek's on! Hooray!
At Microsoft, we say you'll love XP. You have no choice.
You know, what other show in the world could you be talking about Windows XP and then have a comedy bit on it?
None I can think of.
See what I'm saying?
Maybe Howard.
You name it. We got Howard Sperm or Howard David?
David.
Here's a note that just was slipped under my door that the housekeeping service changed a date next week because July 1st on Tuesday is a holiday. Did you realize that?
I had no idea. See ya.
July 1st is Canada Day. Canada Day. And then, of course, we got July 4th on Friday. I'm thinking that Tuesday, July 1st, I should be having that day off, shouldn't I?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm thinking about it. Take it to committee. 567. By the way, good luck to Duff on his
Rectum.
check. Checking it twice to see who's been. 164 people say Mo is a total asshole. That's disgraceful. That's going to be on the front page of the Herald tomorrow at 5:36. That's over. You see how much that is?
About 30, man.
Over 30%, 30.5. He's alienated just about everyone 100. Who's Mo Howard David at 96? See, those people, you don't know what you're missing, okay? You got to find out. His talk show blows, 92. Neil picks on him too much, 45. 8.3%. You notice how that number keeps coming down, little Mo?
Yeah.
He does great play-by-play, 23. And he's a great talent, 2.9%. 16.
Oh!
Say that Mo is a great talent. If we could only find out what the talent was. 5670560. I got a whole bunch of stuff here that I want to read, but I'd better not do that. Then, that's right, Miguel's off today.
Yes.
But he might be out there listening, and he'd get really pissed off if I start doing too many bedtime stories. Why is it that you're so hung up on the bedtime stories? Just because you know that the callers mostly suck.
Oh, is that it?
Just because you already had your own experience? Oh, here's Hialeah again. Hello. Hialeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Neil. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. You still need the instructions for the Windows XP thing, the messenger thing?
Do you want to fax it to me? Because I don't want to put it on the air again. It's terminal.
Okay, yeah, I'll fax it to you.
Got the
Those
number?
things are crazy, man. They drove me nuts.
You also have the same crap?
I had it, and I got rid of them. So
Fax me the info, okay? Fax me the crap.
I will.
Thanks. He's going to fax it in, and then you can take that info, and it'll make it simple for you, unless you got your own thing.
No, I borrow. Another caller was going to email me, but that'll...
Well, there you go. Just get a whole bunch of stuff and just put a whole bunch of different things on there. Because if you're not getting them, then you have no idea what you're missing. A real nightmare. A nightmare. Just one after another. If you were like to check your computer at noon and go away for the day and come back 8 or 9 o'clock at night, you'd have about 50 of those on there.
Someone, one of the faxes I forwarded along to you suggested that you might have your Microsoft Messenger activated. Now, I was having that problem when I did have my Microsoft Messenger activated.
Yeah.
They will funnel ads through that thing.
That's part of the service that needs to be removed. That's what these guys are talking about.
Well, we want the information, okay, so I can have John go on there and just demolish the thing. Or maybe just put the whole computer in the bottom of the pool. 5670560, pound 560 on it. The bedtime stories, man, are in great jeopardy, you know what? As much as we take pride in that and try to get some real informative and progressive and worthwhile stuff that you won't find in your local fish wrappers, and you certainly won't hear and see most of that news on like Dan Rather and Tom Brokaw. But nobody seems to care about that, you know?
Apparently.
Did I make Beaner Boy feel bad that he's expending all that energy? Makes me feel like crap. Maybe we just ought to suspend it for the summertime. What do you think? Unless we find out otherwise. We'll do a poll on it tomorrow. I don't think we're going to get one call on it today.
Well, I mean, not suspend the whole thing. Maybe add something else instead, or, you know.
Yeah, like naked pictures.
That was
naked pictures. See, people who spend a lot of time online, they want naked pictures, okay? Let's face it. The Hot Couples Contest, naked pictures, boobs, titties, stuff like that.
As a matter of fact, you know how they wanted pictures
Maybe
of
the
the
hint
staff?
of a penis like in Aaron's pants. I beg your pardon?
You know how they wanted pictures of the staff?
Yeah.
And they were always calling. They wanted to see the kind of, they wanted to see pictures of the people that you talked about.
I enjoyed seeing Aaron's staff in those pictures, yes.
So, naked pictures of the staff. Coming soon this summer.
Yeah, right. Don't we already have some of those on there? They got that one of me.
Right.
Sans penis. And then we have the one of me with it. I don't think we better put that other one on there.
We'll have daily features, and Highboy will be the first one.
Okay. So instead of the bedtime stories, we're thinking of like replacing that with naked pictures. What do you think? 567-0560. Here's Boca. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir. How you doing,
How you doing?
Well, that's Scott.
That's right. The information's public record, so it wouldn't make a difference if you put it on the radio.
I know, but then I don't want to get bitched out. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying,
but
Scott?
you know what? While you're bored, look up Castor Homo. See where he lives. You'll die.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Very interesting.
Okay. Look up Paul Castor Homo and find out where his address is.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I got Mo's address right over here, but I'm not putting it on the air, being the gentleman. I don't think that's right.
That would be wrong.
And I know that Pharrell, whatever that, he never gave the exact address. He may have given like the complex, I believe is what happened, and Mo got a complex about it.
Or the development, whatever the hell.
Well, that's on here too.
Sure.
You know, it says, no, seriously, I have the name of the complex, I have the exact address, I have the shoe size, I have his age, it says 72, the sales date, how much it sold for. Boy, if I bought a house for that price and I looked at the current assessed value, well, the assessed value, though, has got nothing, that's a different story.
Right.
That's only for tax purposes. Because, like, my house isn't assessed for all of that much, and yet it's worth about damn near double what I paid for it 10, 11 years ago. Want to buy it?
Oh, no thanks. Out in the
Still has the for sale sign out front, by the way, my house. You remember that for about 2 days I was thinking about selling
Sure.
it? And I changed my mind, but we figure, why the hell change it? You know, maybe somebody will come along and write a check for $1 million.
It's a nice look.
It is a really nice look when you have a for sale sign out front. And when you have like a whole bunch of Haitians coming through every day.
Makes it look like you're happy to be there.
Well, what's wrong with that? If some Haitian family wanted to come through and buy my house for about $500,000, I have no problem with that.
The plantation Haitians.
I've got some people behind me, live right behind my house. I don't know what they are. They're like island people from somewhere. They're the ones that got all bent out of shape about my big satellite dish when I first moved in.
I got gypsies.
Had to spend all of that money for those big expensive palm trees to put in there because they felt that it was an eyesore, my satellite dish. And you know what? All these years later, an eyesore. Yeah, I still sore about it.
Eye poppy.
Pissed. Oh, because the palm trees are a pain in the ass. You know, do you have any idea how much crap falls from palm trees?
Of course I do.
I
have
spent
like
about $1,000
30.
to have them schlep those damn things up from Kendall, no less.
Yeah.
And then they have to dig holes halfway to China to stick the roots of those damn things in there. And those big fronds, man. Oh, God. Even Arthur fronds fell off of one day. God damn it. But anyway, I'm just like I said. So we got some heavy-duty drug dealers that are looking at my house, want to buy it. And why not? I mean, why should there only be one drug house in my neighborhood?
Right? They can pay cash, too.
And you know the thing that amazes me? Now, I don't want to get into it specifically. You've seen it. You wouldn't know it unless I told you which one it was. It's about 2 blocks away.
Okay.
Less than that.
All right.
About a block and a half. It's a drug house.
Okay.
There are people all hours of morning, noon, and night parked across the street. Sometimes you'll go there and you see somebody like passed out at the wheel in a car parked. It's a drug house.
You're not talking about that church, are you?
No. That's for people on drugs. In fact, they get the drugs at the house first, then they just walk down the street to go into that. That's not picking on the churches, man. Get me in trouble.
I'm not going to say which one.
I live in Church Row out by me there in West Broward, man. There's a church, there's a shul, you name it, whatever religion you believe in, there's a shul.
And you could schlep to any one of them, even on Shabbos.
Oh my God. They even have people doing Windsor Pilates on the street corner. And I don't even know what the hell that is. What is that? Don't start with the scissors talk
again,
again,
no
okay?
idea.
She lost all the weight on Windsor Pilates.
That's a new pill.
Do you realize how ridiculous that is? But that goes to show you how desperate us fat people are. Which is a great segue into Balance for Life. I did that without even knowing. I have the copy. I have it right in my hand now. I'm squeezing it.
You're blessed.
I am. I'm blessed with this psychic ability. If it only worked in Vegas and at the track, I wouldn't have to be sitting here right now talking my guts out and having 2 calls on the board. Look at that. Although we're squeezing along, I understand where we are. I realize Canada Day's coming up. Balance for Life is a smart, a delicious, and easy way to lose you that weight that you've been desperate to get off your fat, disgusting body. No cooking, no shopping, no cleaning, no worries, no calorie counting, no carbohydrate counting. It's simple for simple people like us. In fact, it's all based on the principles of the zone diet, which means it really works and the weight pours off your body. But the folks at Balance for Life do all the figuring out for you. They've got that all figured out ahead of time. They send you a little menu that you fill out each week. You have 2 choices for every meal and snack each day that you're on the program. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, by 6 at the very latest, they deliver right to your door a little black sack. And that's the key to the whole deal, is because your food for the entire day is in there. 3 delicious, fresh gourmet meals and 2 delicious snacks. Nothing artificial, nothing prefab, nothing frozen, no crap, just delicious goodies. And it'll keep you satisfied all day long. You'll never go hungry on Balance for Life. That's the big difference with most of the other programs. So if you're overweight, out of shape, lethargic, diabetic, if you're frustrated because you've tried every diet under the sun and you're still a fat tub, let Balance for Life help you lose the weight once and for all. This could be the answer you've been searching for. Call 954-568-3229, 954-568-3229, or check out their world-famous website, balanceforlife.com.
This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
They don't come any better than me or Neil Rogers.
Oh, don't make me angry. Oh, look what I got in my hand. Oh, my baby's upside down. Look out below. Oh. If my baby falls, oh, will you buy more of my records? Oh.
Absolutely.
Would this help at all? Oh, to sell more of my records. Oh, my face is eroding. Concert ticket sales are down. I'll drop this baby on the ground to sell records. Oh no, I'm losing my grip. The baby dangles around as I hold it out the window. I can still draw a crowd, dangling the baby out the window. I'm a pedophile, as you know.
Yes.
And I might just let it go, because it's way too young to screw by my records.
No.
Look, it's dangling. By my records, all my CDs, or I drop this baby right on your head.
1247 at 560 WQM. Now, you know that the call on line 6 couldn't possibly be from Toronto, which is why you have a question mark next to it. Hello?
100% Neil, live from Toronto.
Are you serial?
Been a fan for about 2 years off and on.
I'm in a state of shock.
Well, no, you shouldn't be. You're doing a very good job, and if more people in Toronto knew about you, they'd be also listening on the Internet. Listen, let me ask you, Neil, you should be taking off July 1st. You're
Canada Day, you're right.
110%. You're
a
a regular
Canadian
already.
Almost.
You're painted red and white instead of red, white, and blue.
Well, I'm painted blue and white.
Well, there you go. Neil, where
Yes,
are you
sir.
at exactly? We have some flags and hats we want to send up to you. Where are you?
Where am I?
I'll give your address out on the
well,
radio.
I'm sorry?
I'm not going to give my address on here.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be a good idea now, would
No,
it?
it would not be a good idea.
So, Neil, it's been a pleasure. Listen, let's keep in touch. You have an email there at the office in Toronto?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm anonymous. You know the way I am. You'll see me standing out in the street. I'll be the one with a little tin cup. Spare some change, mister? That'll be me.
That'll be you.
Yes.
You usually hanging around the airport area or what?
I hang out in front of the ACC waiting for the Leafs to sign some real players.
Oh, there you go. Anyway,
it's
it's been a pleasure, Neil. Nice talking to you. Listen, have them put me on hold, and if they can give me the address, that'd be great.
Sure, go ahead. Hang on.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, give me the address. We trust him, don't we? Do we trust him? Don't give me
He
the address.
sounded
I
Canadian.
don't care. He's a real Canadian guy. What the hell? No, I don't want no flags and stuff. Tell him have a nice day if we don't want to give the address out. Tell him after I give Mo's address out, then I'll give mine out. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, like down there, everybody knows where I live. It's not a big deal when you're that paranoid about it. But I mean, you know, here I'm like a stranger in paradise. I just prefer to continue being a stranger in paradise.
But your hat.
I beg your pardon?
He was going to give you a hat.
Well, I'll give him something. He didn't sound like my type. But a good Canadian guy, huh? That's incredible. Can you believe that? You could tell he was Canadian
Oh,
he
yeah,
said a
the-
boot. He's
a
been listening
boot,
for
the way he talks.
About 30, man.
Yeah, years. Love you, Pally, but stay the hell away. You know what I mean? I'll see you at the Eaton Center. I'll be eating at the Eaton Center. Well, maybe all bedtime stories in the 1 to 2 hour. You have that feeling?
All right.
Have a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. Well, it calls it like reduced to a desperado stage.
Well, it's raining again.
Oh, is it pouring in? Jesus, man, the sun is shining here. Let me take a puke at what the temperature is right now. It's shiny and sunny and beautiful, and it's 30. It's
about 30, man.
Yeah, which is like 88, I guess, isn't it?
I don't know. I lost that scale.
I got it. I got it right here in my hand. Okay, right next to Mo's address. That was amazing. A Toronto guy calling up. Let's see, 30. 80. What? Can that be right? That's not that bad. 86. You only wish it was like only 86. Sunny, and what's the humidity? George.
Oh,
I'm stalling for time here on City Pulse for the thing to change, okay? Humidity can't be all that bad. It's hot, but it's not all that humid. 56705, 40%. Wouldn't you like give your left arm and two of Beaner Boy's legs for 40% humidity right now?
Half of that, yeah.
Let's take a call from Miami. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
My hero. I love the
me.
bedtime stories.
You're the one.
I'm the one. I don't always have time to read them every day, but I love to check up on them. I need that.
Yeah.
I don't get that kind of information all the time.
Well, we need some kind of validation from the audience that it's worth putting them on there, because you're the only one so far in almost 3 hours that even made any comment about it.
Well, during the week it's kind of hard. I don't have a lot of time on the weekend.
It is hard during the week.
Yeah. And to read them too.
Right.
But on the weekend I try to get caught up. And I'm in the Doral area and it's raining. It's raining cats.
Oh, I like this. Okay, well, thanks for the advisory. Thanks for the weather advisory, pal.
Thanks
Appreciate
a lot. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
See, now this is good, and I'll say it again. It's got nothing to do with the fact that I'm, 1,200 miles away or whatever, because when we're in the building, just like you guys, you didn't know it's raining like the end of the world.
Not until I went out to take a pee.
Right, because unless you go to a place in a building where there's a window, and of course when you're in our building, you don't want to have too many windows,
We might as well be in a basement.
Especially in that hood. Not too many windows, not a good idea. But, so we don't know what's going on out there, and there have been so many days when I'm sitting and begging and pleading and squeezing. How come people aren't calling? Well, I got news for you, man. First of all, if you're out there on the road, you're not gonna, it's bad enough on a nice sunny day with dry pavement, the way the assholes with their mobile phones, their cell phones are calling. But if you're out there in the rain, please don't call us, we'll call you, because just concentrate on trying to, stay alive, not kill anybody.
We're begging
soon.
you.
We're pleading with you. There are more important things than calling some schmuck like me on a talk show. Now, George, that's another story. Trying to goose it up there for a little bit for the summertime. Now, keep in mind, by the way, we will have it on our website this year, which I think it's the first time we actually had a real website. In the past it's been very disturbing because people don't know about that Tuesday and Thursday schedule.
Right.
Now, you do understand after today. Now, how many shows do you think I have left, full shows, before we start that alternate schedule?
1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5. Okay.
The number just came to my mind. Could be wrong.
Nothing.
Could I be wrong?
Counting.
No, because I'm counting like mad.
Yeah, little hash mark.
You need to recharge your batteries, and that's a good thing. This is a good deal. I'm not knocking it. Thank you, Greg Reed. I can't thank you for too much, especially that stroke. But thanks for something. The studio's up here, and being away from that place has added years to my life, and also having a nice little... Now, the summertime originally started with 2 months off completely.
Right.
And most people aren't aware of this, what a schmuck I am. But surely, when we were planning this thing, which was right around after the time of 9/11 of 2001, and I said to Greg in a moment of stupidity, and I must confess, when I'm dumb, I'll tell you. I have no shame. I work on this station. Why should I have any pride? And I said, well, because we were discussing the possibility of the studios in Toronto, Amsterdam, and I said, well, during the summer months with everything that's going on right now, and this is going to be going on for ages, I could work Tuesdays and Thursdays, and George would do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And he looked up at me like I had just said, I'm going to write you a check for $80 million, and it'll clear the bank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He looked at me like I was a crazy person. He gave me that look like I was as crazy as he was.
Yes, I am.
I guess I must be. So I kind of volunteered. I didn't need to do the Tuesday and Thursday thing. I could have still kept all that time off.
What a mensch. What a trooper.
But then, see, that would be bad. But then, because I'd probably get on a plane and go all over Europe or everywhere. And look at all the money I would waste.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't want that.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to spread my money out with all those damn Europeans. I'd probably wind up in Helsinki again, and Berlin, and Cologne, and Roma, and Venezia. Barcelona, where they speak with a lisp. So why the hell would I want to do that? So I have to be like stuck, on the Tuesdays and Thursdays. So starting next, when do we start that? Next Friday's 4th of July, a week from this Friday.
Right. I think we're both taking that off.
We are both. Now, have we decided what we're doing on that day? Let's put the Beast on again. Not
the Carlos show.
We're going to have the Carlos show. We did a magnificent job on, what was the last holiday? On Memorial Day?
Yeah.
Memorial Day. They did a wonderful job.
Playing the crepitation contest.
He played a lot of bits, and he, interjected a few words.
Ripping the Hialeah Police Department.
Now, of course, this time he'll probably be bitching out the Hialeah Police for about 2.5 hours.
Right.
And then, of course, the day of July 5th, you won't see him no more. They'll come and drag your ass away. No, don't be getting carried. Listen, I'm telling you right now, take it from me. Don't be dicking with the cops too much, okay? Take it from one who knows. Don't push them a little bit too far, okay? You think you had a good experience over the weekend, just wait. You ain't seen nothing yet. If they decide that they want to stick their nose up your ass.
Or mop handle.
So I guess the week after July 4th holiday, that'll be the week that we start with George on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll just be making those appearances on Tuesday and Thursday for a couple of months, till the end of August. And we'll have the dates on our website, because let's face it, there are people like you a lot better than they like me.
3, 4 of them.
About 30, man.
Oh, you have your crowd, your younger, hipper, dumber, drug-addicted, ass-eating, ass-licking crowd.
That's all summer, ass and grass.
Right, ass and grass. That's not bad.
That's the format.
In fact, I could see the billboard campaign, ass and grass with George on QAM.
Oh!
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're going to figure out how to smoke grass with ass.
All the crap you can unwrap, all the slime, all the time.
I think they do that in the East, those strip shows.
It's a combo bong. A combong.
So anyway, starting on coming to a radio near you. I'm just mentioning that. We'll have all the stuff on our website. Might as well put something on there somebody cares about. We've been on for 3 hours. We had one guy that cares about the bedtime stories. That doesn't exactly make us feel like, wow, let's keep working on that thing, Don't you agree?
Yes.
Oh, Beaner Boy's not saying nothing because
he's got a mouthful of bacon. He finally got his appetite back.
Good for him. Did they feed you in jail?
They defeated him.
No, seriously, did they actually feed you a meal? Were you there long enough for mealtime, or did you, miss out on that?
Does getting my head thrown in the toilet count as a meal?
Well, maybe they saw Train Spotting. Maybe they figured your dinner was in the toilet.
They did
12:56. I'm not going to watch that movie, by the way, no matter what you say. I will never watch that movie. Never, ever, never. Nothing else grosses me out but that one scene. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. I think it was bubbling, wasn't it?
Churning.
Let me tell you right now about a great product. I take it every single morning, Oleomed. I pop a couple of those blood pressure Oleomeds in my puss, and my blood pressure is great, by the way. Oleomed soft gels contain the finest olive oil you'll find if you had a search party. You'll find those weapons of mass destruction before you'll find olive oil better than this. It is super concentrated, loaded with health benefits for you. Oleomed in your puss every day can help reduce the risk of all kinds of nasty things that you want to avoid, like heart disease and high cholesterol. There are 14 different Oleomed formulas you can choose from now, each one combining pharmaceutical-grade olive oil with good stuff, vitamins, minerals, herbals, to support specific health needs, from your bones to your blood pressure to your immune system. Just pick out the formulas that are right for you. And now there are 3 new Oleomed formulas, one to help you sleep, one to help you control your weight, and Cell Q10 for your heart. Pick it up while you're doing your shopping at Publix, at Eckerd's, Walgreens, Whole Food Markets, Navarro's, and Sedano's, or order some Oleomed online if you like, OleomedAmerica.com. For information, call 1-866-OLEOMED. That's 1-866-653-6633. Pick some up today, and for better health, start popping some Oleomed in your puss real soon.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Hey, I'm Frau Iliana Ross-Leitman, and I like scrubbing my smelly gorilla ass with soap made from jewels and listening to the Neil Roque Comunista Hour.
Darn it, I told you, don't bother me while I'm in here. Hi, sir. Hello? It's Mickey Mouse. Oh, Mr. Mouse, good morning. How are you? What the hell are you doing to me? Nothing, sir. You're freaking killing me. No, I'm not. I got David Kelly calling me every 3 minutes. Why did we move the practice? Sir, you told me to move the practice. I didn't tell you any. You must have misunderstood me. No, sir. You said move the practice to Monday. Hey, listen, butt wipe. I'm the boss. I make the decisions. You take the heat. Right. You move the practice.
Okay,
How we doing with it anyway? Hold on. Remus!
Yeah, boss.
Shut the hell up! I'm on the phone, Remus! Eisner!
Yes, sir. What was your question?
I'm telling you, I'm going crazy over here. Between David Kelly and now Michael Jackson calling me every 3 minutes, I'm gonna go out of my freaking mind. Hold on. Remus!
Can't hear you, boss.
Stop it, Remus!
I'm sawing the floor, boss.
Stop sawing the floor, Remus! Remus! What's this in my hand, Remus?
That's your penis, boss.
My other hand, Remus!
Oh, that's the phone, boss.
Right, I can't hear anything, Remus. Stop sawing the floor.
Sorry.
Eisner?
Sir, the moves are working out very well. The practice is fourth in its time slot and moving
Fourth
up.
in its time slot? Christ, are we even beating the WB?
Barely.
Oh, my
And
God.
the Michael Jackson thing was a rating success.
Of course. Hold on a second. Remus!
Yes, boss.
What the hell are you doing with a harmonica,
Just
Remus?
playing a little song for you.
Don't play it, Remus! I'll jam that thing down your throat! And get that bluebird away from me!
Oh, come on, Bluebird.
I'm allergic! Eisner.
Sir, over 25 million people saw
Shut up, Eisner. Listen.
Yeah.
You see me, what I'm doing here?
Sir, you're on the phone.
I know I'm on the phone. Do you see what I'm doing? Use your imagination for crying out loud. I'm moving my hands up and down, side to side. I'm the puppet master. I say it, you do it. Now Fox is going to air all the stuff that you cut out of the Michael Jackson interview.
But sir, you told me to edit out all that stuff to make him look like a freak.
Puppet master, me. Idiot. Oh. Remus! Remus!
Yes, yeah, boss.
What the hell are you doing now?
Fixing the floor, boss.
There's nothing wrong with the floor, Remus. What's this in my ear?
That's your penis, boss.
My other ear, Remus.
Oh, that's the phone, boss.
That's the phone, Remus. Get out.
Come on, Bluebird.
Get out. Eisner?
Yes, sir.
Killing me. Killing me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Killing me.
Sorry.
Killing me softly.
My, oh, my. It's 103 at 560 WQM. We got Jim the Mad Dog Mandage 2 o'clock this afternoon, who's going to give out Joe Rose's home address. Hank Goldberg, 4 to 6:35, and 6:35 we got the Marlin pregame. Marlin's on Drek. Marlin's at the Mets. Marlin's only one game under 500. Any interest?
No.
They're smoking, man. They're doing it. I mean, even Georgia's starting to get into the field. I bet you when they come for the next homestand, Georgia will go to a couple of games.
Did you say smoking?
Eddie came. How about if they gave away some nice,
I'll be there. Bud Day.
You can take some of your Bud Days with you.
Right?
Eddie K after the baseball game, Joe and Mark overnight, 2 to 5 in the morning. Actually, they do smoke some, they have a bong in there, a gigantic bong for the Joe and Mark
Water pipes, sir.
The Bong Show. Because you know our motto at WQAM.
All the crap you can unwrap. All the slime all the time.
I just love that. Never been better, Mo. You know, I'm going to say something that you might, in fact, management will be psychotic because they want to get rid of them. But I mean, I really believe this. Because you know me, even if it pains me, I'll say it. But I think that 5 to 8, I think he and Geldy actually have it going a little bit better than they did with the 6 to 10 thing. And didn't he have, like, his good hour was the 7 to 8 hour? He had a really strong hour in that last book.
That was the hour.
Right. That was a stellar hour. So I'm thinking that maybe 5 to 8, he might have a little something going there because they're sounding better, which I realize isn't saying like a whole lot. And I don't know. And Pharrell, I think, before they give Pharrell the full 4 hours, I think they're going to wait and see if he loses our license first. You know what I mean? Don't you think that's probably a good idea? Before you expand something that's about to, like, blow up in your face, you want to, like, sit back for a while and see if you can, like, withstand it, you know?
Right, before you get rid of your backup plan.
Right, that's right. So far, Mo is doing just horrific. Which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you most agree with? Do you agree with most strongly is the way we worded it? 604 votes already, Boner. 604. See, they like the poll. That's what they like. That's what Eric was always saying. They just want to vote on the poll. They don't want all this extraneous crap. Right, Eric. That's just a way of not giving you any credit for the stellar job you've done. That's what he's trying to do.
That's okay.
Yeah, you don't care because when it comes for Eric, you consider the source. He's a total asshole. I mean, Mo Howard David we're talking about. 183. He's alienated just about everyone, 114. His talk show blows, 105. Who's Mo Howard Davided, 105. There's a tie. Neil picks on him too much. Now that's moving back up again, see? I shouldn't have mentioned that it continued dropping because once that happens, then they start diddling. You know, the Freepers? Neil picks on him too much, 53. That's 8.7%. Moving back up a little bit. He does great play-by-play, 28, and he's a great talent, 17 or 2.8% of the vast Neil Rogers audience. I thought that was a real hoot today that they had the poll on the QAM website. That was sensational. Not just because we beat everybody else's pants off among the sports crowd, but also because of the fact that they had, 256 votes?
Right. Over the weekend.
Over the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday morning till like 10 o'clock when they conveniently chopped it off and edited it so we couldn't load it up even more and make it a runaway. And we still kicked their ass. That was sweet. Almost as sweet as my good friend Josh Cordes. I know his name. I always knew his name. It's just that you like...
no, I'm not laughing because you corrected it.
Well, I didn't want to say Josh and then think I'm talking about Josh Darrow and then look at that fruity picture of him and the Beast on it. I don't want to interfere in that relationship, believe me. I don't want to be the middleman in that duo.
You don't want to get in between them?
I don't want to be the sandwich in the middle of those two loaves. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's beautiful Delray Beach. Hello.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of phone calls there?
I beg your pardon?
Do you have a lot of phone calls there?
As many as I need. What, are you writing a book about it?
No, not at all. I've just been holding. I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, I'm sorry about that then.
No, I was thinking all those whack jobs that call you, they hold that long just to say that. They must be freaking out of their mind.
They must have no life. That is correct.
Actually, I'm driving around Delray. I just want to tell you that there's a bunch of freaking crazy people up here driving on the road.
Yeah.
I do think the bedtime stories are pretty good. Occasionally it's nice. And probably one of your best news segments, I think, is in the mornings, your little crossover with Pharrell there.
Yeah, that's a hoot.
God, it's hilarious. And I don't know how he deals with these freaking people up here in Boca. He must change this damn place.
Not bad.
A few other things here. Your Eisner bits are just completely killing me. I love it driving around.
Excellent.
Doing a hell of a job, and if you ever need a good exterminator, we just started a business here.
Well, we got Mo there in the morning. His headpiece could use a little help. Thanks a lot, Pally.
Have a good day.
And you too. He probably was looking for a little plug there. I like, next time he calls, we'll give him a plug, okay, for his new business.
We'll plug it.
Because we don't have any exterminator sponsors. I mean, we do love our friend Steve and the gang at ATM, Alternative Termite Management, which are great. But since we have no exterminator at the station anyway, that place needs an exterminator.
Oh, by the way, we've got to fax somebody requesting a Julio. I will be calling you after the show to tell you where you can get help for your termites.
Oh, you'll be calling Julio?
Julio, yeah.
I see.
He sent a fax with a problem, a termite problem.
Well, why can't you just fax him back the number for Steve at ATM? You got to call him? Are you like an agent? Are you getting like a cut on this?
I wish.
Are you pulling like a rimmer now, getting like a piece of the action?
I could fax him back, but who knows who's on the other end of a fax machine.
That's true. That's a good point. That would be like you giving that guy my address here in Toronto, that Canadian guy, and then he turns out that he's like some kind of terrorist. Right. Hey, happy Canada Day, Pally. That's very exciting. I'm delighted that we got one guy in the city here listening to this show on the internet, probably surreptitiously. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT. So we've had 2 votes for the bedtime stories. Makes me feel really worthwhile. Don't that,
Speaking of stories.
Yes?
You're in store for a surprise.
A lot of stories out there on the street.
We forgot all about what kind of a day today is.
Tuesday, June 24th, 2003.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. what?
Look at your fax machine.
Tuesday, June 24th, 1 p.m. Neil goes on vacation.
Oh, it's not going there. It's not going there.
Oh, we have the trends coming out?
Yeah!
And they were good?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't even looked at them. I just stuck them in the
so you haven't even looked at them. Well, it's not going to be a good surprise if they're not good. If they're bad, it's not going to be no good surprise.
It'll be a surprise either way, no matter what.
Now, keep in mind, folks, that these ratings that are going, that's excellent, even though we do have a whole bunch of calls now. See the way it goes? Oh, we got a car here. That's one of my last memories of the bird, that car. Oh, we got a car here, yeah. Poor birdie.
Poor birdie. And calls that way.
Here's a call from Kendall. Hello.
Oh, Uncle Neil, third
yes,
vote
sir.
for the bedtime stories. I love them, and it's too hard to look around anywhere else for all of them. Thank you.
Yes, it's a lot of work to try to find out what the hell's really going on.
Listen, I don't think enough people are calling in because it's true. These the people who really care about that stuff, the people who call you are jerk-offs with no time.
Right, most of them, right.
With no job. These people who care about that stuff, they're going to be working. They can't call in, I know.
Well, that's why we'll do the poll on it tomorrow on the internet, and then they can have all day to, cash their thing.
I'd love it. I'm recently unemployed, so now I get time to listen to you again. I love it.
Well, see, there's a little, silver lining in the middle of that dark cloud.
It's a bit of a trade-off, but it's worth it. Love you,
Thanks,
Neil.
Pally. Have a great day. Thanks. Good luck to you. Okay, here comes. I wasn't prepared for this. Now, here's a fact that's. This is from our friend Richard the Evilmeister. When I'm in the field inspecting property, I listen in the car, and when I'm home working, I listen on the internet. I must say you are a real hoot. Oh, well, there's no question about that, Dick. Just want to say thanks for making us smile in the midday. My take on Jackie's Johnson. This is good. She has that huge rack and that tiny little waist, and with the little amount of TV time she's on, us heteros don't have enough time to overly examine her average facial features as we're concentrating on her mighty midsection. Big Dog says Doofy Deuces Rogers is proposing to her. Yikes. Yikes. P.S. Magnolia's on Independent Film Channel, July 2nd, 6 and 9 p.m. Signed to Evilmeister. Thank you, Evil. Okay, now the first numbers are coming over in the trend. Now this isn't very significant. And also let me just caution you right now that, Pharrell will not show up on this yet, because this was like, March, April, May. He didn't start till June. No. So, Pharrell will not be reflected in this. It'll be the same crap. So either way, if it's good, we can say, hey, we're kicking ass. Oh! And if it's not so great, we say, well, this is before the format. See, when you're in this business, there's always a way to, play with it, and the number 2, Always a way to shape it and mold it and, make a story. We got all these stories. Okay, let me do the break, and then I gotta stick a lot of fax paper in that machine there, because you're gonna be running all kinds of crap through here. Okay, let me just take a quick look at the first page, the first category. Look at that. IOD came down a little bit. This is 12 plus, which we don't really care about, but this maybe give a little indication. QAM was down like 1/10 of a point, meaningless. 2-1 to a 2-0. But that's not our demo. That includes all the Alta Cockers 90 plus the little punky kids that we don't care about. 113 at 560 WQM. The Neil deals are smoking at Hallett Pontiac. Our good friends Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto and all the folks, they're smoking it. You can almost smell it. At Hallett Pontiac GMC, making deals unheard of. For example, all the Neil deals going on right now. Here's Neil deal number 1. Get yourself 0% financing for 60 months on every 2003 Pontiac or GMC in stock. Neil deal number 2 gets you up to a $4,000 rebate on every 2003 GMC and Pontiac in stock. All you current and former military personnel at Hallett get an additional $750 rebate from all your good paisans right now. And Neil deal number 3, lease the brand new 2004 Grand Prix GT1 for as little as $289 a month. It's a 36-month lease. Talk to our buddies at Hallett for details. I had to reach back there and get I don't want this to get all screwed up, you know what I'm saying? I know. The stuff off the fax machine. I'm trying to do 8 things at once. And Tom Lehman, he don't mind.
Don't sweat it.
Neil deal number, I just gave that, didn't I? Yeah. And right now at Hallett, you can test drive any vehicle on the lot for 24 hours. You can take it home, take it to work. You can take it to go pick up Beaner Boy because his car is meshed up. It's a little meshed up. Hallett's also has always got a great selection of certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And if your credit is on the weak side, on the marginal side, if you maybe one day stopped into a radio station, didn't even work there, which puts a big blemish on your record, have no fear because Hallett is here. They'll cut you a deal even if you're a deadbeat. Hallett Pontiac GMC. They're 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls. Open 7 days a week. They've been doing it strong there for over 35 years. For information on those Neil deals, call the hotline 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget all Neil deals, subject to credit approval. Talk to our friends at Hallett for details. Hallett Pontiac GMC, you'll agree with me, they are professional grade.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Roger Scott.
Hey, there's a little woman. Homo.
All right, guys, knock it off. Hey.
Hey, you big fat fruitcake.
Guys, that's not nice at all. Now,
What's the matter? You gonna cry?
I'm gonna call your parents is what I'm gonna do. Let's face it, being a house husband is hard enough without having to worry about the laundry. And thanks to new Simply Clean with bleach, I don't have to worry. Simply Clean gets out all the tough stains like grass stains, coffee, pits, that discharge, dried on like on this t-shirt. So when my wife gets home, my laundry will score an A+.
Honey, I'm home.
Well, there he is now. New Simply Clean with bleach. Gets out the dirt.
119. Boy, we took a walloping in this trend. You see this?
No, I didn't get that.
Oh,
part.
yeah.
I'm faxing the men 18.
Went from huh?
Oh, and 12 plus?
No, and then also 18 to 34, we dropped from a 3.5 to a 2.5 in midday, and that's got to be us because Hank went up a little bit, 12 plus. Mo stayed the same. So we must have taken a gigantic dump. All the right-wingers must have gotten the trends, you think? Must have got the diaries. Not looking good, boys and girls, but then again, it doesn't really mean anything. It's 1 month. It's April, May, and June. And then, of course, it'll be in your fine hands in most of July and August. That'll cinch that. So if we had a weak June, that means the summer book, forget about it.
Do you want the persons 2554? That's the last batch I have here.
I sure do.
Okay, coming at you.
What do we got here? Do we have men? Do we have any men? Do we have like any real men? Huh? Woo! Well, let's see who's kicking ass here. WEDR maintaining their number 1 rating. Number 1 in the market, okay? And maybe even a few white people listening to it. WEDR, 12 plus overall, number 1, 5.7.
Oh!
How do you like that? Followed by Power. Power went up a little bit. What happened to the Party? The Party radio station.
Party. Yeah.
They seem to be like falling out of favor. Seem to be like vanishing from the landscape.
That's my opinion. I'm like Disney.
Where the hell are they? Well, 12 plus wouldn't mean anything, would it? Let's give them an excuse.
Right.
Have we found an excuse for us yet?
No.
Yeah, must be all the right-wingers got the diaries. I already told you that. All the people that hate me like poison. That's okay. That's okay. We'll be back. And especially this predates our time change back to our real schedule.
Ooh.
Not that will make any difference. 18 to 34 midday. Power and 11. Oh, look at that. They went through the roof in this trend. Power 96 and 11 point. Oh! Wow. Number 1 by a mile. WMIB, Men in Black FM, number 2, 7.9. You'll see how long that's going to last. Every time they keep changing that station around, just like Smegma. Remember that had a big splash in the beginning and then down the crapper. The Coast. The Coast? What kind of crazy 18 to 34-year-olds got these diaries? The Coast is number 3 in the midday, 6.2 to a 7.4.
I don't believe it.
I don't either.
They had that crap on when I was getting my hair cut. They've gotten so bad, not to say they were good.
Followed by WEDR, which is tied for 3rd with the Coast. Zeta had a precipitous drop, 5.3 down to a 5.7 in the midday. How'd they do in the morning at 18 to 34? That's a target demo. Huh? Boy, these are all screwed up. I apologize to the audience if it sounds like I'm like totally out of it, but the way you sent this to me is like...
What, in order?
I wouldn't do this to Mo. Out of order.
I said
Man.
in order.
6 to 10 a.m. Power is number 1 in the morning, 18 to 34. Person, 10.8. I mean, they went through the roof. Followed by Zeta, still number 2, but tied with EDR. Dropping about 1.5 points. You ought to see where that Castro Homo lives. Couldn't believe that guy said that. Howard Sperm drops from a 7.9 to a 6.9. That's a pretty good drop, you know it, in 1 month. Must have had a gigantic February like we did, and then it dropped off. Now what about Mo? Well, 18 to 34 is hardly his demographic, okay? Hardly Mo's demo. 18 to 34 persons, because that includes women as well. Do we have any 18 to 34 women? WQAM went actually from a 1.7 to a 1.4 in the morning, dropping down just a little bit. But boy, did we take a hit. Man, did we just get slaughtered. We're done. We're done. Stick a fork in us. Huh?
Like Mickey said, bad done.
Yeah, bad done. 3.5 to a 2.5.
You know, I'm looking at the 10 to 3, 18 plus, not to get ahead of you.
Yeah.
6.6 to a 6.4. No.
What was it?
Right. 6.6 to a 6.4.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Flat.
So we stayed about the same. Well, that's not bad because we dropped off a huge February. Just keep that in mind, okay? So maybe if May wasn't all so bad, or I mean, what month are we talking about? The summer book is what?
This is March, April, May.
April, May, and June is the spring book. What am I talking about? Do you have any idea?
I don't know
why.
This is for March, April, May.
March, April, and May. No. Well,
I'm reading it.
The spring. Oh no, I'm getting confused here. The spring. I was getting ahead of myself. The spring book is April, May, and June. I'm sure the audience is enjoying hearing this.
No.
Not too bad. Okay, it's important to us.
It's inside.
It's inside crap. They like their inside crap. Can you smell it yet, folks? April, May, and June. So that means April and May are in. So June is yet to be determined, and of course June will include the new lineup. That's good. That leaves out some hope for the spring book. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now what about the men? Where's my men?
They're coming across.
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
They're slow. Your men are slow.
And that's what you think. 6 to 10 a.m. Men 18 plus. Big, Howard Sperm, still number 1, but Howard's dropped from an 8.8 to 7.5. Probably with a lot of that right-wing bush-looking crap he's been doing. Licking the wrong bush. Zeta, 5.4 down to a 5 point.
Oh!
But still number 2. Nice going there, Paulie. You jackass. Radio Ritmo, number 3, still. Radio Mambi, 4.2. WIOD, look at that. 4th and, oh boy, IOD again. What a kiss they got with his war crap. 3.8 to a 4.2.
Oh, I read the wrong number.
We actually went, so you gave me a goose and a bogus number, you idiot. Yeah, we went down. So you gave me the IOD number.
Oops.
Midday, they got a 6.4 and we got a 5.6. We're still number 2, but we dropped from a 6.2 to a 5.6. We took a hit in this month in May. Took a hit in May. Okay. Now, did you let me give Mo's number yet or not?
I think I stopped you.
3.9 to a 4 point.
Oh!
So he went up a little bit actually in the morning. And we took a hit. See, you see where this is going?
Right.
Pissing contest again. That's why he was a horrendous lead-in for this show, because his people hate us and vice versa. So whoever gets the diaries, if he does well, we stink the joint out, and if we do well, which we usually do, he sucks wind. Afternoons, for example, the Humper, WIOD, the Schmidtmeister is still number 1 with a 5.8 in men, followed by EDR, 5.6, Power, 4.9, the Humper from a 4.0 to a 4.4, from number 8 to number 4.
Oh!
So you see, everybody else went up except us. That means we took a precipitous hit in May. We got lambasted. Ask me if I care. Now let's see, was I on vacation for a week in May?
Uh-oh.
I just mentioned that in passing. I'm not trying to lay it on your, sloped shoulders.
My fault.
No, I'm asking out loud. Wasn't I on vacation for a week in May?
I think so. I don't know. I don't remember that far back.
I wonder what Beaner Boy thinks. Does he think it was probably George's fault?
Of course.
Oh. George was thinking about giving you a ride home today, but I'm sure he might be thinking again.
Oh, I mean, no.
And then, of course, there was that check that I was going to write.
Oh.
26 past 1 at 560 WQAM on a disastrous Tuesday. I was feeling pretty good until you start sending these damn trends in here. And I see we took a nasty hit in the month of, we got to get one of those every now and then, they stick it to us. They get the diaries and it's like a message, like Joey Zaza. Send him a message. By now you've been hearing us talking about Laminates R Us and how laminate wood flooring from Laminates R Us is the easy, the smart, the low-maintenance alternative to natural wood flooring. Laminates R Us is the best place to find laminated wood flooring from Peridor, Pergo, Wilson Art, Unifloor, and Quickstep. They've got all the top names, all installed by Pergo certified installers. Here's another reason why you ought to be calling Laminates R Us. Their prices will floor you. Right now you can get their summer special for just $1,995. That's right, just $1,995 for up to 380 square feet of beautiful laminated wood flooring. Unbelievable. And Laminates R Us will match any legitimate written offer. For a free in-home estimate, call Laminates R Us toll-free 1-877-777-3336. What could be easier? Free carpet disposal waiting for you, free furniture moving, a 25-year warranty, and years of beautiful, easy-to-care laminated wood flooring. Call Laminates R Us today, and please be sure and tell them that Ancient Decaying Neil, told you to call toll-free 1-877-777-3336.
It stinks in Miami town.
Nice rejoin here. That's all I have to do.
At 560 WQAM.
Asshole.
They just increased us to high alert status. Hope no one blows up my brand new Dodge Stratus. I've been a wreck since they gave us the news. Popping Valium with a big glass of booze. I keep a gas mask in my glove compartment. I called Remax for a bomb-proof apartment. Reinforced my front door with cinder blocks. Wonder if that will keep out the smallpox. Checking my mail for that deadly white powder. Stocking my cupboards with Campbell's clam chowder. Living on orange alert sure ain't no fun. I think the terrorists already won. I can't take it, I won't make it. If it goes to red, I'll pull the covers up over my head and just stay in bed instead.
Absolutely.
Okay, whistle a tune, because I got to do more paper in my fax machine, okay? Bad timing. Whistle a little tune.
There's that whistle. The melodious sounds of African Express. Thank you, Bart.
All right, cut the crap. Boy, he's wasting all my fax paper here, sending me this precipitously bad news. Boy, we took a belt in May. Can you feel it?
Yeah, I feel it.
Like a jolt. 4-3 to a 3-2, persons 25-54. I mean, the rest of the station was basically flat, I would say, and in some areas even up a little bit. So the sports nerds got the diaries in May, and the people that hate us like poison just, a dagger through the heart. That happens. That happens. Wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the last.
No, all that war talk.
I beg your pardon?
Ripping the president.
Yeah, that's right. And plus, that's another thing, too. Because generally the most fervent of the sports people tend to be the most fervent of the right-wing people, the same crap, a lot of it.
Yep.
So there you go. We just took it right off the old chute.
Rectum.
But now that we got Pharrell, maybe June, we can bail out in June. See, that's something to look forward to a month from now when the next trend comes out.
Yeah, sure.
Here's how the poll is coming so far. Which of these statements about Mo Howard David do you believe most strongly? He's a total asshole, 203. Still a little over 30%.
About 30, man.
30.7 to be exact. He's alienated just about everybody, 128. Who's Mo Howard David at 115? His talk show blows, 112. Neil picks on him too much, 61, 9%. You see what I mean, how that scooted up there again?
Yep.
Uh-huh. He does great play-by-play, 32, and he's a great talent, 18 out of 670. We're going to go over 700 votes today, Boner Boy. I'll tell you one thing, if the response in the ratings was the same as response on our website the last couple of months, we'd have a 80 share. We would have everybody listening.
So you're saying I should be program director?
You should be the program director.
All right.
At Dade County Jail. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We apologize profusely for that last several minutes of chaos with those numbers coming in, as bad as they were. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir. Yes,
hey,
sir.
Three quick things.
Okay.
Stay on the old man.
Yeah.
More Eisner bits. And in honor of Craig Stevens, tomorrow's poll, gay TV and radio personalities that are not outed. First vote, the humper. I'm out.
Nice. Really nice. That's one of the
homo?
One of the chronics. I dumped that. I hope it worked. I'm not putting that crap on the air. What kind of garbage is that? 567-0560, pound 560. And the poll for tomorrow is going to be about the website, about the bedtime stories. All right, decide on that, okay? Schmidt Disturber? Closet Queen? Well, he's one of your people. What do you expect? Here's Miami. Hello. Miami.
Hello, Neil. Is that you?
Here's Lake Park. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I hope you're enjoying your time off this summer.
Well, it hasn't started yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't able to listen yesterday, so I didn't know if you had the day off or not. I wanted to definitely cast my vote for the bedtime stories. At first, when you first started to do them, I thought they were a little bit ponderous because you didn't.
No, wait a minute. See, you're confused. I'm not talking about whether I should read them on the air. I'm talking about whether we should post them on our website, not whether I should read them on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I'm stuck indoors today, and I can't get your show, and I'm Jones, and I tried everything. I got the coat hanger on the radio and everything, and I just can't get your show, so I do apologize. What I did wanted to say, though, is I do enjoy when you do read them and take phone calls at the same time, because a lot of the time, or actually all of the time that you read these things, you're giving us information that generally we ourselves don't have time to read. So it's kind of like you're doing all the homework for us.
Mm-hmm.
And generally they are very interesting stories. And I wanted to cast a vote for Jackie Johnson. I would definitely run one up in that, no problem.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Have a great day.
Later, Neil.
Stay out of the rain. Make an umbrella. What's that, the Joey Reynolds line, that corny thing he used to say at the end of his show? Let a smile be your umbrella?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, my God, Joey. Oh, no wonder they chased his ass out of town. You know what?
I am that hemorrhoid.
Yeah, we know. We know. That was the beginning of the end, I think, for talk radio as we used to know it. So the sports nerds dominate. Not that they had any great number or anything, but Mo had a 4-point in men. Which for him is, not good. Now maybe we had a gigantic 9 to 10 hour. No. It's just a joke. Because Hank went up a little bit, so the Mad Dog done good in here. So that means we really got just hammered, if I can. Can I say that we got hammered in this trend? So the way it goes, now that we got Pharrell to bail us out, it's in your hands, Scott. It's in your hands. It's up to you to try to bail the old fart out. I think it'll help. Can only help, right? The more distance we have between us and Mo, the merrier we'll all be. 5670560. Now, how come it doesn't say anything on line 9? Is that my screen or is that you, Boner Boy?
It's oops.
Or is it just that we assume that it's probably because it's line 9?
It's just one of those things.
Hello?
No, it's not whoever, Reverend Jones or whatever. They just put me on hold without asking me where I was calling from. West Palm Beach.
Here's West Palm Beach.
Hey. Hi, Neil. Hey, I'm one of them that said you pick on Mo too much.
Yeah.
Because it's between that, and I don't even really know who he is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you're picking on him and saying all this bad stuff about him, but people don't know why you hate him so much. Or at least I don't.
Oh, I've told a story so many times it's got to be coming out of both of your ears. Come on, I've told the things about how we tried to get George fired and get me canned and how he had the beast and get everybody blown off the stage. He's just a surly bastard is what the bottom line is without going into detail.
Oh. Okay, well, I was just wondering why, did he steal a freight train from you or something?
Yeah, yes, he did. As a matter of fact, he did. The Baltimore and Ohio, the one that was on the Cleveland.
The B&O?
He stole the whole goddamn railroad.
Okay, well, how come you hated the guy from Whammy so much?
Who's that?
The guy from Al Lau.
No, we didn't hate him. He was
You
just
did. He called you up and said, Neil, why do you hate me so much? And
let me
he
say
just
it
said, I
again.
hate you.
We didn't hate him. That was just he was just a clown. He was just a silly person.
Oh.
Are you like keeping track of who I like and have you like got a
Yeah.
list?
Yeah,
A list?
I have the columns of, no, of course not, but I just happen to remember that because I thought, God, why is Neil picking on that guy from Whammy so much? He didn't.
Well, see,
seem like
when
he
I
ever
pick
did
on
anything.
somebody, that's because I'm expressing my opinion. See,
Well, you know what?
I'm not namby-pamby. I don't sit back here and, I love everybody, because nobody loves everybody. And if there are people who like rub you the wrong way or are real major assholes, I'm going to call them on it. I've been doing that for a long time, and will continue doing so.
Well, okay, but I was saying, why do you hate these? When I'm listening, I just don't understand why you hated these people so
Yeah.
much.
Well, let me ask you this. Why, do you have any other problem with the program? Is it just you're concerned about why I hate them so much?
I love the show. I've been listening for years.
Well, there you go.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Well, no, I'm not disappointed, but I'm just telling you that if I tell you I can't stand somebody, there's probably a pretty good reason for it. I don't go on here and just rip people gratuitously just because it's fun to do it. I go on, and if somebody is an asshole, I'll tell you that. That's my opinion.
You know what? It would be neat to make a list of all the people you say you hate, because now that you mention it, there is a pretty long list.
You know something? That's a good poll idea. I think we'll do that later in the week. Which of these people do you think Neil hates the most? That's not a bad idea.
Well, they didn't call it Neil Won't Like It for nothing,
Well, that's another story. Have a great day, Pally.
Okay, bye.
Okay, there's a real veteran, right? He's a veteran of the radio wars, whatever the hell that means. Well, the radio wars are hot right now, and Rick and Suds really suck. So how about giving me that show? How about going to Boy Gary and giving me that show? Speaking of Joy Reynolds, Joy Reynolds and Russ Oasis, A Dinner from Hell. I don't want to give that story again. It's depressing. That would be like asking me, how about Joy Reynolds? How come you despise him so much? Because he's an asshole. Now, have there ever been any of these people that I'm not asking just to suck along, but have there been any of these people that I've just been revolted by that you thought, well, he's getting a little bit carried away with them?
Like who?
I don't know. I mean, like Joy Reynolds or like,
Joy was tragic.
Or, Mo.
Dickie Farkle.
Dickie Farkle was another one. Bill, what's the guy's name he's talking about from Whammy? I don't even know what his name was. Bill something.
From Whammy.
The guy Out Loud.
Oh.
Whammy.
God,
it sucks.
Forgot his name already.
See, Bill. Out loud. He was a jackass.
Yeah.
Plus he had the worst BO. This guy sweated like a pig. Just was constantly soaked with perspiration. Smelled of it. And he was just a jackass. He was a silly person. I didn't hate him. I don't know why this guy says I hated him. He was just ridiculous. Plus, that whole Whammy experience was like the end of my life, just about. That was the end of the road. That year, that first year at QAM, that could have been. Remember the guy that called the other day? I think it was yesterday, and said about 5 years ago he cut me off. That was his term. He cut me off. I thought he was talking about traffic, and he turned it off, and now he's turned back on. He's listening to the show and enjoying it. But I can understand that. Because the first year, including that summer when we were on that Whammy thing, I don't know how we survived that. How did we get through it?
I don't know. We did.
Oh, my goodness. Down on the second floor with equipment that almost never worked, with phones that from hell. I can remember so many days just playing music because we couldn't buy a call for love or money, and then half the time we'd find out the phone wasn't working.
Right.
That was something. But onward and upward, man. 7 more shows. 141 at 560 WQAM. Hurricane season is here. Before a storm hits, you'd put up shutters to protect the windows and doors of your house, of course. But what about the roof of your house? The Somay Paint Factory makes Roof Mastic. It's a roof coating that can help you hurricane-proof your roof. Somay's Roof Mastic saved hundreds of roofs during Hurricane Andrew, while unprotected roofs were peeling off and flying away. Somay also has waterproof coatings for every kind of roof. Call the Somay Paint Factory, 305-633-6333. The Somay Paint Factory is the oldest quality paint and waterproof coating manufacturer in Florida. Somay will save you money because they eliminate the middleman markups. They sell to everybody at wholesale prices that are 60% lower than what you'd pay for national brands at retail stores. So protect your home and property from South Florida's brutal tropical climate with the best paints and waterproof coatings at the best unbeatable prices. Call the Somay, S-O-M-A-Y, Somay Paint Factory at 305-633-6333 or find them on the web at somay.com. You save a ton of cash when you buy direct from the Somay Paint Factory. Be sure and tell them that old Neil told you to call 305-633-6333.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
New from Ronco, the Barry Manilow Bedroom GPS and Compass. Never get lost in your own bedroom again. Your Barry Manilow Bedroom GPS and Compass will lock onto 6 strategically located satellites maintained by the U.S. government and will warn you before you walk into your walls. How could you possibly survive without it? Imagine never having to use your own sense of direction again. You can stop using your brain completely and still find your way through your own house. The Barry Manilow Bedroom GPS and Compass from Ronco. Don't stay home without it.
144 at 560 WQAM. Here's a fax that says, please keep the bedtime stories links. They're invaluable to a lot of people, little time to scan the internet. My girlfriend only gets to listen 30 minutes a day due to work and hardly has any time to scan the internet daily. She always goes to your site to get the links to the real story. Maybe eventually you can train Beaner Boy to do most of the legwork if he can stay out of jail in Hialeah. Did anybody there tell him he had a pretty mouth? I bet you they did. Did they tell you he had a pretty mouth?
He's on the phone. They told me that I had a pretty everything.
Were they eyeing you, like, from head to toe to...
Rectum.
Probably. Good thing you got your ass out of there, and the rest of you, too. Well, these numbers are really bad. I can't believe you faxed these to me. Are we supposed to pretend they're really good and lie about them like most people do?
I think
we kicked ass, baby. No,
yeah, we're number one.
Whomped. We just got... See, Arbitron, we've always said, is a month behind. That's always been the knock on them, along with the fact that they don't know how to sample anybody. But they're a month behind, and... Well, this is the month I expected last month. I thought last month would be a disaster because of the Iraqi war and the whole business, the Bush business.
Yep.
So now here it is a month later. It finally comes down on our ass. That's okay. We'll survive. That's what happens when you have a good contract. You know what I'm saying, Mo? 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's Plantation. Hello.
Burrell, 6 to 10.
Yeah.
No more Mo.
No Mo?
No more Mo.
No more Mo. Okay, great. Thank you. Excellent call. Don't you love those, the guys that call and they don't even say hello, you know? Oh, wait a minute. Here's the, this must be coming from Muff now. The Muff, I don't want to look at this.
He handed them to me. In
the middle of my show, he's doing this to me. This is not good. Oh, well, that's not so bad. It's not good. I don't understand it. Wait, what, did you look at
It
these?
is bizarre. I'm looking at them now.
I don't understand. Well, now how did we do in March? We did decent in March, not great, decent.
Right.
But, yeah, so we're still in the running in the ballpark. We have a good June. 6.3 in men in April on our 10 to 3. Of course, that includes the Mad Dog. And May, 5 points.
Oh!
Which is a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a disaster. Didn't you?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a nightmare.
Like a 2.
I thought it was going to be like the end of the world. Now, 7 to midnight, look at that. April 1.9, May 2.8. That's the Marlin crowd. You know how many there are of them?
About 30, man.
Right, but they must all got diaries. The Marlin crowd. How'd the Humper do? Let's see. Humper had a good May. Nice going there, Humper. Excellent. 4.8 in May. He was the strongest link in May. He's the one that kept us float above water because he had a big life raft. We all hung. In fact, he was the life raft. We just hung on to the Humper. 4.4 in April, 4.8 in May. So he's shaping up to have a pretty damn good spring book. Thank God for the Humper. I told you he'd be back, didn't I?
Yep.
I told you. Ye have little faith out there. Plus, 3 to 7 will be strong, too, because now you got Mad Dog on there in the 3 to 4 hour. I think we're going to forget about this thing here. I think once you see Pharrell's numbers start showing up in there, Pally, then Then you're going to start seeing some real heavy crap coming down. You know what I'm saying?
All the crap you can unwrap. All the slime all the time.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Oh!
Attaboy, Mo. Maybe Mo can just do the promos.
He could be pro-Mo.
And I can do the homos.
I'm a homo?
5-6, are you picking on the humper again? Just
I would never. He's our hero.
The hell you would. You're so
I
full
love
of crap,
Hank.
man.
What?
I do.
How
I like
dare
Hank
you.
a lot. Hank's great. I just never see him anymore.
We go way back, all
Tries
of
to
us.
stay the hell away from me because he doesn't want me to see how fat he is. That's okay. I'm fat too, Hank. Don't worry about it. I'm still fat. Here's a call from Lighthouse Point. Hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
how you doing today?
I'm doing sensational, especially since almost 2 o'clock.
I know, right? Listen, I just got laid off, and I was wondering if BBG is hiring.
BBG?
Heebie-jeebie?
Oh, Heebie-jeebie. Heebie-jeebie's hiring, yeah. I'd get on the phone right now.
All right, can I use your name as a reference?
Sure, no problem.
All right, good.
See you, Pally.
Hey,
Too late. What the hell was that man talking about? Well, he's under a lot of stress. He just got laid off. Beaner Boy got laid too, and then look what God turned around and did to you, huh? That'll teach you a lesson or two.
That's exactly what I was telling George.
That'll teach you a lesson or two. He got ladies in there bragging, hey, I got laid 4 times, man. Ah, you know. I told you you're trying to be Pharrell Jr. You're not Pharrell. You're never going to be Pharrell. Just try to be you. Just try to be a little illegal alien punk, okay? Try to be a little humble. Remember about...
Pharrell's actually the most understanding one. He's like, yeah, I've been through all that.
Who was?
Pharrell.
Most understanding about what?
About being thrown in jail and...
Yeah, well, we all been through that. That's not a big deal.
Well, not all of us.
Well, not... You just wait. Your turn's coming. Oh, you
now
just wait.
He said it.
Yeah, you just wait. All they got to do is spy you one time, mister.
As a matter of fact, now that I have to give Carlos a ride.
Yeah.
Because he
that's
has
a bad,
no car.
That's a bad combination, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a bad
I shouldn't let him anywhere
near
me.
In fact, George and Carlos are going to be, it's going to be a twofer deal, okay? They're going to be in the same vehicle. Right after we get Mo's home address, we'll be giving that number out on the air. License plate. So this isn't as bad as we thought. Thank you, Duff. I sure hope Duff's ass comes out okay tomorrow morning, you know what? Because he's got that ass test. They're going to be in there. They're going to be like sending a search party in there. Maybe they'll find some weapons of mass desecration.
Weapons of ass destruction.
Weapons of ass destruction, right. Now, these aren't as bad as I actually thought. Now, who had the bad... Oh, look at that. Look where the bad number was in the morning. Oh, my God! I hadn't even looked at that page. You know what?
I did.
This is bad news for somebody. Because I thought we were the ones that took the big hit in May. And look at that in the morning.
Right. I'm getting pounded.
3.5 from a 4.6. That month, that bogus month of April again, happened to him in January, happened again in April. Like every 4th month, he gets a bogus big month. But in May, a precipitous drop to a 3.5. But the good news for Mo is he'll still have that, the June thing. He'll still have that, April thing hanging in the spring book. And he also will have the benefit of Pharrell being in there as part of the 6 to 10. See what I'm saying?
I know.
So he's gonna have a good book. Nice going there, Mo. No thanks to you, man. Because
I'm getting pounded.
Right, and deservedly so. You know, this is interesting to show how spastic and psychotic we are in this business. I just went from a depressive, I was on a real high, and then you just say, oh, it's Trends Day, it's the 20th, 24th. And the pages start pouring out of my fax machine like crazy. I had to chop down 16 forests of trees just to print the paper, make the paper to print out the goddamn trends here. And then they come in and I'm looking, I'm all bummed out. Jesus, we got really, and then the Muffmeister comes through for us. Mr. Ass comes through for us again with the month by the monthlies, which aren't that bad. I mean, the morning's pretty nasty. So how does that make any sense to you? I guess the whole station was just down in May. Isn't that a way to put it?
That's the way it looks.
Except for the humper.
Right.
3 to 7, done good.
And of course the evenings.
Evenings with those Marlin games. Don't forget the Marlins and the Mets tonight from Shea Stadium, baby. Everybody's going to be hanging on the edge of their seat.
No.
The Bookster's good. We like the Bookster. He's a great guy. He's got that neat orange hair. He's a good play-by-play guy. And then we got Dave Van Boring. That's the weak link in that thing. So nothing is perfect. There's always a weak link, you know? Like on the Mo and Geldy show, it's Mo. On the Pharrell show, it's the Beast. On this show, anyway, it's 8 minutes before 2 at 5.
It's me.
I didn't say that. I just left it open because there's 2 of you, see. There's 2 of you, so it could be like, maybe there isn't any weak link. We're always number 1. Are we number 1? Yeah. And without George, we couldn't have done that. We might have done like a 20 share without George. Right. And without Beaner Boy, we certainly couldn't have this impressive website. You wait till we see that poll tomorrow, huh?
I'm hoping.
What? You're hoping what? Now, you could
I'm
be
not
hoping
sure.
either. You could be hoping that they don't care about the bedtime stories on our website and nobody pays any attention to them, which means a lot less work for us. In addition to which, let's discuss this right on air here right now. What are we going to do during these weeks when I'm on this July and August thing? Am I going to have to still get up early in the morning and feed you bedtime stories, or can you assume that responsibility yourself?
I can assume that responsibility.
I mean, Tuesday and Thursday when I'm doing the show, I don't mind doing it those days. But the rest of the days, I'm not getting up early in the morning so I can feed you a bunch of crap.
No, I can handle that.
Especially after the derelict job you did this last weekend while you were cooling your heels in Hialeah jail.
Well,
especially after that.
Get me a Palm Pilot, and that way I could just do it right from jail.
That's not
Until
a
they
bad
steal
idea.
it from me.
Yeah, now that you got practice. I think he's starting to like it in there. 153 at 5. Sure got a lot of attention anyway. Hey, speaking of that, are you in a dead-end job? Is getting busted maybe a great home for you, a great prospect? Maybe college is just too expensive and takes too long. But seriously, if you can afford $10 a month and commit yourself to 3 nights a week for 4 months, Fast Train can help you achieve a new high-paying computer career. That is absolutely correct. $10 a month and 3 nights a week for only 4 months for individuals who qualify. So call Fast Train toll-free 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. They have 4 locations all over town, so there's bound to be one nearby you, so you won't have to be hitchhiking like Carlos to work. Call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Talk to a train career counselor, too. Fast Train offers day, evening, weekend schedules, job placement, hands-on training. So if you're sick and tired of working for peanuts, if your life is going nowhere fast, if your life seems to be on a treadmill, pick up that phone and call Fast Train right now at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Fast Train's deferred payment is valid for a year. Regular payments apply thereafter. Whether you're a high school student on summer break right now, somebody in an underpaid dead-end job, or just looking to increase your net worth, call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN or check them on the web at fasttrain.com.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours. QAM.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil God.
We put a retarded girl in our all-new Mitsubishi to show you how well it drives. Our agency thought this would move some product out of the showroom. Look at her go. This is funnier than watching retards at the park. If someone that severely retarded can have that much fun in a new...
She's not retarded!
Huh?
She's having an epileptic fit!
Hey, watch out for the...
157. I got a bedtime story I wanted to read, and I may back myself into a corner here. Too bad. Dave Zweifel, Madison, Wisconsin, Capital Times. There's a method to Bush's madness. Do you think I can do this in 2 minutes?
Read it fast.
Folks like to scoff at suggestions that what the Bush administration is really up to with all those tax cuts and deficit spending is to grease the skids for a day when they can do away with all the government's social programs enacted during the last century, Social Security, Medicare job programs, a few examples. They need to read a recent column that appeared in the Washington Post, written by Grover Norquist, president of the ultra-conservative group called the Americans for Tax Reform. The organization has considerable influence in the administration and with today's Republican Party. There in black and white, Norquist lays out the scenario that Bush and the GOP Congress envision. If this is compassionate conservatism, I think we better go back to just plain old regular conservatism. Norquist says that Bush has wisely not proposed fundamental tax reform on a single piece of legislation. But the president's been taking deliberate steps towards such reform with each tax cut. He wrote, abolish the death tax, abolish the capital gains tax, expand IRAs so that all savings are tax-free, move to full expensing of business investment rather than long depreciation schedules, and abolish the alternative minimum tax. Eventually, he says, the president will be able to move to a flat tax rate envisioned by magazine publisher and former GOP presidential candidate Steve Forbes and the snarling congressman from Texas, Dick Armey. As David Broder pointed out in a recent column, that's when janitors and CEOs give up the same percentage of their incomes to the tax man. The economic goal is to reduce the tax rate on labor and capital and reduce the disincentives to savings, investment, and work, Norquist continued, adding that eventually will be elimination of tariffs on manufactured goods, reforms in personnel management, and the Social Security changes it'll take a generation to phase in. Bush will be able to take these small steps because he'll have 8 years to do it with the Republican Congress that'll also be good for at least another 8 years or so because of the gerrymandered congressional districts the GOP was able to fashion after the new census, he candidly and confidently wrote. Columnist Broder remarked that while Norquist didn't say it directly, What he really has in mind is a massive rollback in federal revenues and what he regards as a desirable shrinkage of federal services and benefits. In short, the goal is a system of government wiped clean on both the revenue and spending side of almost a full century's accumulation of social programs designed to provide a safety net beneath the private economy. And that's essentially what Bill Moyer said in his recent eye-opening speech at the Take Back America conference in Washington, that Bush and his congressional allies are out to bankrupt government, giving them the excuse to privatize public services in order to enrich the corporate interests that fund their campaigns. Why else would an administration facing a $400 billion record-shattering deficit continually cut taxes but spend billions more on defense? There's a method to all this madness, and frankly, he says, a method to all the madness. The country is in big trouble, he says.
Bye, bye, bye! The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
We could suck up to him and be real nice to him and kiss his butt.
Yes, boss.
Absolutely.